Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King YAHWH, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. SHALAM.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King YAHWH, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. SHALAM.
Tiago did it.
Something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King YAHWH, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. SHALAM.
Okay. Homie, I've been...
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He means like, who is this nigga? But where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Hamma wa Aidya Yahaw. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what, that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith that y'all know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Alright, Shalom with the I.S.U.P.K. First clap it up, first and foremost, with the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And from 1969, we've been teaching the truth that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Jews according to the Bible. So we've got in there, we got Manchester in the house, give that a hand, clap it up. We got Lester in here as well, got the sisters in here, the young men, the kids, everyone. I'm Captain Karafia, filling in for Captain Mashak. Captain Mashak will be here shortly. You know what I mean? So make sure you save your questions, get all your questions in, and so forth like that. We locate the 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, the classes at 7 to 9. So make sure you land, ask your questions, get deprogrammed. We also got a Brotherhood class, which is every Tuesday online, 7 to 9. And all I.S.U.P.K UK social media, Periscope, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So make sure you log into that. Also, we have a Lashawan Kodash class, which is the Holy Tongue language class, which is on Friday, 7 to 9 as well. Make sure you log into that. You can email the school on isupkuk@gmail.com, isupkuk@gmail.com. And we can also teach you, you say the alphabet and so forth, and you can participate in the class as well. You can join in. Officer Alba is a hell of a teacher, man. Listen, but by the time we're done with you, so lucky, man. We're talking Hebrew fluent, man. So lucky, you know what I mean? I should have lucky on Karab, but London in the house, so I'll give that a hand as well. A powerful warrior from London. That's what I've got. You know what I mean? Officer Hakayan Karab. So make sure you're in London. Make sure you get in contact with the brother, man. North, east, southwest, all ghettos in the ends, man. You know what I mean? From Harlesden to Brixton to Hackney, Peckham. You know what I mean? We're coming to ends near you, man. Don't watch that. What else we got? We got on the ends as well, 9 till 11 on Friday. On the ends 9 to 11. Make sure you log into our podcast, which is on the ends. Hot topics in the black community. Make sure you log into that as well. And Root Time Revelation. I can forget, man. Root Time Revelation every Monday, every Thursday, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. You know what I mean? Officer Alba himself. Make sure you get into that as well, man. Powerful as well, man. You ain't getting nowhere else. And the UPK also got loads of hot content, man. Facebook, Periscope, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you got loads of hot content and content coming your way as well, man. So with that, any questions?
Save your big questions for Captain Sharp. Any light ones when I can break down for you, let me know.
Cool. So Lucky, if I could.
Go on.
I don't have a question, but I just recently brought on my show, right? The Church of England, you'll never guess, they have a new sexual abuse scandal. This time with the Bishop of Liverpool, who was accused of sexually assaulting and groping and forcefully kissing two women. Two women allege and accuse him. One of them is a bishop herself, of course, a female bishop. I just wanted to bring down so Lucky.
So these are the people that are meant to represent God.
God.
These are the biggest molesters, man.
That's
known
right.
for it, man. And it's all of them, the Muslim mosque, known for being, righteous and, circle your stone 7 times, going to Mecca. Meanwhile, they're known for molesting children, man. Known for it, man.
That's right.
You might ever seen that show, How to Catch a Predator?
God.
You seen it? They were online, they were trapper, man. They were a young girl saying, yeah, I'm 14, man, and yeah, look nice. And then the man will go to link the girl, but link the girl he thinks is linking. And they jump out and him, oi, we got you. It's always some Muslim man.
Right.
You see it, some fresh Muslim. The kind of Muslim you look at and go, wow, that's a man of God right there, man. You're the one that don't speak English. I go to mosque on a Friday. They speak the Arabic and everything. You might look at uncle over there, man. Yo. And this man down to molest boys, man. I seen one year and he wanted to molest a boy picked me. And they caught him slipping on a relay Texas block. Oh, I can't even say it on live, man. This man was saying he likes to get his yo, listen, man. And for him to say that, what would it mean? I've done it before.
Yeah.
Before, man. And the man come with chips. I come with chips. You know, when you link a girl, you bring a drink. my man come with chips, you know. Him and the boy ready to it is mine. Yeah, me and this boy gonna sit down the whole time and yam some chips, man. That's man. Someone get me a scripture, man. Is there any vile person like Esau, man? I think the Hebrews something like that. Hebrews 12:16.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator.
Read that again.
Lest there be any fornicator.
And the Bible says, lest there be any fornicator, man. Fornication is what unlawful sex.
Right.
2 men together, 2 women together, underage sex, having sex with a man, woman. All that stuff is fornication. And the Bible says there's no greater fornicator. Come on.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person.
Profane someone filthy, man. Someone filthy. The Bible says thou shalt have one God. There's a man out there saying no. You can have freedom of choice, any God you want. The Bible got a man should lie with a man. The next man say no, you can marry whoever you want, as long as it's love. That's one's profane, man, profanity, man. Come on.
Lest there be any profane person as Esau.
As who?
As Esau.
And there you go with Alban. You're Alban being young, and righteous. You know what I mean? And he's thinking, huh? A pastor raping people. Wow, it's shocking. Rightfully so. You're supposed to feel like that. But ain't no one more profane than them. He didn't say Esau's profane, but not the vicar.
Right.
He didn't say Esau's profane, but not the bishop, but not the Catholic Church. He said they are profane, man.
Right.
Whether they're a pastor, a vicar. What's that thing in the color, man? I've never got close upon one to see what it is. You've seen one before. What is it? Is that regular? Yeah, the white thing. Is that regular shirt color or something? What is it?
I think it's like some piece of paper they just put in there.
So is that a regular color though that they could put in between it, or is it a whole different shirt?
That's a white thing in between.
Oh.
Put it out.
Okay, yeah, man. But don't let that strip fool you, man. So lucky, yeah.
Exactly.
They get hold of them boys that pull at that strip, man. They pull at that next up, man, and become the regular shirt. It becomes a party shirt, right, man. Be careful, man. But no, fornicate Esau. Don't matter if they're wearing a Catholic gown. Don't matter if they're wearing a pinstripe suit, 3-piece suit. Don't matter if they got MP in front of their name. It don't matter if they got PM in front of their name or member of parliament or sir. It don't matter if they're called the Queen's son. If their name is Prince Andrew, they are fornicators, man.
Right.
Come on.
Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
And for one morsel of meat, morsel of Old English word for piece. For one piece of meat sold his birthright, man. That's Esau, man. Esau sell anything for money. Anything for money, man. You know what? Anyone keep up the news about England? The English people are crying, oh, the immigrants and England ain't what it used to be back in the day. Listen, this is what white people don't understand. England do not care, man. But the people hate it, but as long as they get paid, they're going to do it, man. England saw what? The biggest building in London, and they're going to turn it into a mosque now.
Right.
But Easter don't care about his birthright. He like, you know what, England's British. I'm going to keep it British, man. So you pay him. Give me the money.
Right.
The Royal Mail, it's called the Royal Mail, man. You'll think a man will go, I'm keeping the Royal Mail, keeping it British. He sold it. He don't give for one more to me, he'll sell his birthright. The things that make Britain sold it, sold the airport. The airport ain't British no more. The public got more integrity than the people on top. The public that want to keep it, you know, want to keep it British, want to keep British. Listen, England would never be British again. Right. England will always be multicultural, will always be diverse. Why? Because people are paying to come here, man. Students are paying to come here, and England will never turn away money. For one morsel of meat, for meat, they will give out their own birthright, man.
Right.
For money, they will sell the Royal Mail. For money, they will sell their own airport, man. For money, they sold. Hear about it in London. So the biggest building in London, and it's going to become a mosque.
I heard about it.
That's it, man. People want to keep it Britain and keep it British.
So they actually sold it.
So that's been sold, man. If you could have find it, I think the first mosque or something like that. So if you can't, that's too hard. Give me a quick read on that. Read on, please. For sure.
17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing.
There you go. Esau sold his birthright for one morsel of meat, man. You don't care. We've been taught, black man. We've been told to act just like them. What growing up? What did they tell you, man? YOLO. You only live once. That is against the Bible, man. Right. We've been told you can't beat them, join them. We've been told, well, have all the fun while you can. That is satanic, man.
That's right.
That is according to the Bible. You're meant to have that integrity, man. According to the Bible, you're meant to die with your father's heritage, man. Die for your name. Die for what you believe in, man. Great men of the Bible died because they wouldn't eat pork.
Right.
Great men of the Bible lived so long, and the man in the Bible, they said to him, eat pork. He said, no, kill me. And they said, you know what? Don't eat pork. Eat regular clean meat, but act like it's pork. And he thought about it. They said, nah, I come too far for this, man. I can't go out of that. He said, listen, I can't have kids. Oh, you know, Craft? Yeah, he died in pork. So I can't have my name out there. That's how we're supposed to live, man. Integrity. We taught today, well, you're gonna die anyway. Well, everyone dies. Well, you might as well try it, man. That is satanic black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You meant to have integrity. Esau don't have that. Esau sell his mom just for money, man. Right. You meant to have some integrity, man. Like the other nations do. You can't go. You can't fly to Dubai on Norwegian Airlines. You can't fly to Dubai on British Airlines. You must fly Emirates, man. They're saying to come into our country, you gotta pay our what's it called? Currency. You gotta what's it called again? What's the price you pay? You gotta pay our airline, our pilots, for money in our country. That's a man that loves his country. Esau, on the other hand, just where's the money at, man? And the public hate, and it's mad because the public want to hate, the public want to riot and hate the immigrants. So really, you want to riot against your own politicians, man. Right. They're the ones that don't care. They don't want to say in America too. Let me tell you something about America. Listen, Trump would never get rid of Mexicans, man. Right. Why? Because Mexicans work cheap. Right. Mexicans work for cheap, and the people hate it, but the government love it, man.
Right. That's right.
They don't care. Listen, the fact that black people are in England shows how much they don't care. The public hated it, man, but the government's like, shit, these black men are coming here for free, man. They come for cheap. White landlords hate black people so bad. Meanwhile, you in his houses. He was charging for a room. It was real. If you hate black people so much, said no, I ain't giving you nothing. I can make money after that, you know. A 5-bedroom house for a white man, I have to charge for the whole house. For a black man, can charge you. That's how much you love money, man. You really had integrity. You wouldn't give us none. But like, read it again for one more, Slammy.
Okay. For one more, for you know how that afterwards, when he would select it. For you from the top, select it.
One more, Slammy, you sold his birthright.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
There you go. For one morsel of meat sold his birthright, man. You don't have no integrity. You don't stand for nothing. You don't die for nothing, man. You know what I mean? Give me what you got, Alban.
Come on, sir. Muslim billionaire to convert iconic London landmark into mosque.
Look at a London landmark. You still don't know a little building on the side, you know. Give me a landmark of Manchester. Give me a landmark that people look at. Oh, this is Manchester. Give me a landmark that when you go to Manchester, you go, I'm in Manchester, man. What was it? Old Trafford. That is a London landmark, man.
Trafford Centre.
Oh, you look at it, you go, I'm in Manchester. Everyone knows that. And imagine you saw that
Right.
for money. Birmingham got the bull, got that building with the bubbles, that blue building with the silver bubbles all over it, man. Those are landmarks. This is a liquor building, and they sold that for a mosque. A so-called Christian country sold it to the opposition for money. Old Trafford Centre. London, forget about it, man. London got the Big Ben, House of Parliament, and imagine you sold that just for money. That's Esau. That's what you're dealing with.
Right.
And that's why when they see men in the UPK, they can't fathom us. They can't break us down because as far as they're concerned, everyone got a price.
Right.
And they see us, man, we don't have a price. And like, yo, so how much money can I teach? Can I give you to not teach the doctrine? None.
Right.
Right.
Well, how about I scare you and threaten you with jail time? Well, come on then.
Do it.
That's
right.
Some people see us, go on then, and they can't get head around it. For what's wrong with these niggas, man? Them drug dealers, you know, I can punk them. I can buy them. I give them money. I can say this is 5 years. You better snitch. But these niggas here, right. What is it, man? Why could we work for the Lord, man?
That's right.
Let me tell you something. Men that work for the Lord. Let me tell you something, man. Joe Muhammad says ages ago, and I never forget it, man. He said it beats me how people think they can intimidate a man that says the Lord, man. Are you aware that we do this for God? For God? So if we start for you, then that means you're greater than God. Let me get this right. Like, you're thinking too much of yourself. I'm out here on this road for God.
Right.
Teach you what I teach for God. And you're telling me you better stop. Or I'm going to kill you. You better stop or I'm going to get angry. I feel God more than you. So sorry, man. Right. I don't know who you think you are. I don't know who you think you are. Your own horn. I don't know who told you you're great. What's the lucky, man? I'm out here for a man way more powerful than you, man.
That's right. That's right.
You might go get your gun, man. We ain't scared, man. So lucky. Go on, Alban.
Come on, Khan. It says, billionaire Asif Aziz has obtained permissions to convert part of London's iconic Trocadero building into a mosque and Islamic center.
There you go. And did he steal it? Did he rob it? Did he take it off someone? No, they sold it to him for one morsel of meat, man. They sold an iconic building to a Muslim. The same people blowing up your country. The same people who you sent troops to Iraq to fight against.
Right.
That's England, man. Give me the one with the Royal Mail, and we'll move from here.
Come. What did the Royal Mail do?
I think Royal Mail got sold recently.
Come on. He said Royal Mail. It's like, let me show it on the screen. Royal Mail was sold to Daniel Kretinsky, EP Group, in December 2024.
Come on.
The sale marked the first time in 500 years that Royal Mail was no longer owned by the British government.
There you go, man. Royal Mail is no longer owned by the British government. It's called the Royal Mail for a reason, and the Royals don't own it. You think they care about that? You think they care about the status? You're paying. They live for now.
Right.
And black man, Hispanic man, we've learned their ways. We live for now. We've been told smoke all the weed, have sex with all the whores, live now. We're people of integrity, man.
Right.
We're people that turn down white woman and say, no, I'm special. Boy, you ain't nothing, me on my level. We need to turn down money, turn down drugs. We are up there, they are beneath us, man. Right. That's what we gotta do. Someone get me Wisdom of Solomon real quick. Two and one. In the park of Wisdom of Solomon. And for too long, we've been in the church, the mosque.
Wisdom of Solomon.
We've been learning their ways. Well, you know what lives forever. You might as well have fun now, man. You might as well just do it now, man. You're meant to die with integrity, man.
Right.
You're meant to look in your obituary and read the records of you, man, and flick through the photo album. And who's that? My great granddad, you know.
Right.
What kind of man was he? Well, a good man, you know, stood his ground, you know. Never had sex with the next man.
Right.
Never had a white woman, man. Never this. That's it to be.
Right.
Go down. Your name is everything, man. Go down in history as a strong, upstanding man. Not no greedy bastard that eats anything and takes anything now, man. Come on.
Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 8. Let us crown ourselves.
No, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, Baba Kashar.
Salakia?
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1, Baba Kashar. Salakia.
Oh, Salakia, sir. Wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves.
And this is what the ungodly say. This is what the ungodly say in their mind. This is how they think. When you reason with yourself, it's how you think. When you reason with yourself, no one else knows. Right. This is how the ungodly think. This is the ungodly thought process. This is how the white man thinks, the oppressors think, the rulers of this world. This is how they think. Come on.
But not all right.
Not all right. So this is how they think, but it's not right.
That's right.
This is how they think, but it's not righteous. Come on.
Right.
Our life is short.
There you go. Our life is short. You only live once. You don't live for long. The average man got a 60-year, 60-year lifespan, man.
Right.
So I gotta get it in. I gotta eat the pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, sex with this, try the threesome, try it, this, try it, then try that. Then I sex with here and here, and they're gonna try it all because boy, you can't knock it till you try it, man. The Bible says otherwise, man.
Right.
The Bible says you're meant to live your life according to a strict code and hold on to it, man.
Right.
Hold on to the day you die, man. Go out with that good name, man. Go out with that wonderful name, man. You know what I mean? Imagine a black man. I know a black man, yeah, and he holds on to it like, oh, that's how you know him, man. He said to me, I've never had a day of work in my life. I've never had a day of work in my life.
Oh, right.
And he holds on to it like the treasure, like the white man's gonna give him you hold on to your integrity like how he holds on to that.
That's right.
I don't know why. Some reason not having a day off means, I'm a loyal servant to the white man. When he dies, the white man's gonna find another employee and replace him. But for some reason he thinks it makes him a good person. But guess what? You hold on to your integrity the same way how he holds on to being a good employee, man.
Right.
You know how he goes up, never had a day off, and he talks about like the day off. He said, for not having a day off work, you don't get no you don't get no bonus,
right?
No trophy, no. But hey, listen, I can't knock him. He wants to hold on to that trophy. Let him do it. The point I make is you hold on the same way how he's proud. You be proud just like that for never eating pork.
That's right.
You be proud just like that when Christmas comes around and you stand and you fight. You look your son in the eye, man. When he gives them puppy eyes and says something like doing Christmas this year. You hold on to that, man. You hold that like a trophy. I ain't doing Christmas this year. You never, man. It was rough, The wife was on my case. The ex-wife was on my case. The son was saying, Dad, I want a bike. Satan came at me, but boy, I didn't do it. You hold on to that rather than holding on to, I mean, working 20 years. I've never had a day off work, man. Okay, no sweat. Come on.
Khan. And in the death of a man, there is no remedy.
There you go. And there's no remedy. Remedy is a cure. There's no cure to death. We're all going to die. We're all going to die one day. Come on.
Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave.
And there's no man that can come from the dead. There's no man that I know that died, then came back again. So you might as well do what you got to do. Because when you die, that's it, man. You're not going to come back and people asking you questions. Why did you do that? You got it. You're done. It's over. It's finished, man. That's how they think. Come on.
Khan, for we are born at all adventure.
There you go. We're born at adventure. We're born to have fun, man. It's all there, man. This is oppressor. The oppressor wants to just use the earth and abuse the earth. He doesn't even care about tomorrow. Chopped down all the trees in the rainforest. Why? Why did they chop down all the trees in the rainforest?
Get rich.
Say again?
Get rich.
There you go, man. For one morsel of meat, man. He wants to chop down every tree in the rainforest so he can sell it for wood. He can sell it for paper. He can sell it for this. He got to have the biggest company. His company called Staples. We sell paper by the boxes. B&Q, we sell timberwood by the boxes. He got the biggest one. Back in the day, people used to go fishing, man, and take out one fish, take out 5 for their family. Not him. He comes with this big ocean, big ship, and cleans the whole ocean. And then you see fish fingers on every supermarket. Bird's eye, fish cake. What's the fish cake, the fish fingers, the battered fish on every supermarket. You can't live in moderation. You have to rape the whole sea, rub the whole sea. And we need these fish for the ocean, man. What about everybody else? But he don't care about that as long as he gets paid. He don't care that the fact that we need the planet and we need the wood. As long as his paper company can make money, as long as his wood company can make money, as long as B&Q can keep functioning, as long as Home Bar can keep functioning, Home Depot can keep functioning, he don't give a damn. Come on.
Right. Khan. And we shall be hereafter as though we've never been.
There you go. And people are going to forget about us. We're going to be here like, wasn't here? Who again? Who? So shit, we might as well get it in. Let's get it in, man. Let's get the fun, get all the money because we're going to be. Do you know your millionaire employees could pay you like £20 an hour and still be rich?
Right.
But why pay £20 an hour when I can pay 10? So either they are. I could pay you £20 an hour and still be rich, still be a millionaire.
Right.
But I'd rather pay you 10 and be a gazillionaire. That's the thing. It's horrible. Just just mean and don't care about the future. They don't care about this planet. When their children got to live on the planet when they're gone, they don't care. It's all about me. That's how Esau thinks. And black people, we picked up that culture. It's not our culture, man. It's not. It's theirs. Come on.
Khan. For the For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke.
And the breath in our nostrils is like smoke. Carry on.
And a little spark in the moving of our heart.
It's like a spark. You know how spark is bang and gone. So that's our life. We hear 1 minute, boom, gone next. Come on.
Which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes.
You go. And our life is going to be extinguished. You know how you extinguish a fire? You put a fire out. He said our life is going to be extinguished. Right. We're not here long. Come on.
And our spirit shall vanish as the soft air.
He said the wind comes. The wind's here. You ever saying gone with the wind? The wind just comes and goes. Our spirit's going to be gone with the wind. Come on.
And our name shall be forgotten in time.
And there you go. Our name shall be forgotten in time. Time to compute and say, who? Haki and who? Come on.
And no man shall have our works in remembrance.
And no one's going to remember us. Come on.
And our life shall pass away as a trace of a cloud.
Come on.
And shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof.
Most High. All right, with that, my hand up to Priest and Prophet, captain of 13,000, Captain Mashap Mayama. Clap it up. I'm doing this good.
All right, what we doing?
I'm breaking down Ecclesiasticus. You know how the oppressor sold the royal mail? I'll show you how Esau sold anything for more than me.
Oh yeah, I saw that story. Okay, why did sell royal mail? What's the issue with it? Going bankrupt?
Yeah, I'm saying how for money they'll do anything. They sold a big monumental building in Central, and they sold royal mail. So letting you know that like the people hate it. And everyone says we want British culture back, but the government love it.
How much did sell royal mail for?
3.6.
I'm gonna article. You can read it.
Yeah. Let me hear the article.
Come on. It says right here, Royal Mail takeover by Czech billionaire.
Okay, that's you.
Cancer.
Okay, you gotta come up closer. I can't see your head at all or nothing.
Oh,
you gotta sit up in the computer so the camera could see it. All right? That's way better. All right, priest. Go ahead.
Royal Mail takeover by Czech billionaire Daniel Kretinsky approved. It says right here, the sale of Royal Mail's parent company to the Czech billionaire Daniel Kretinsky has been approved by the UK government after a review under national security laws. They
had to check him because he close to Russia. Okay. That's why they had to check him with the national security and Royal Mail because, of course, packages with terrorism and all that shit. Nah, I think you had to cut it out. All you had to do is hit the gears wheel on the bottom.
No, I pulled your mic out.
Hold on. Yeah, you had to cut the whole stream. That's all. Yep. All right, Robin, you can hear me?
Come on, sir. I can hear you.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
The £3.6 billion takeover of International Distribution Services, the owner of the 508-year-old Royal Mail by Kretinsky's EP Group, was confirmed on Monday morning. This is back.
No, $3.6 billion is not a lot of money.
Wow.
That's not a lot of money. Black people could have bought Royal Mail. 3.6 billion. What's the GDP of Jamaica? Somebody Google that quickly. Get your phones out. Man. GDP. Let's look up GDP of Jamaica.
GDP of Jamaica is 19.42 billion.
19.42 billion.
And this is 2023.
Right, and that's from 2023. 19.4 billion. So what? How much it was? 3 point something?
3.6.
So let's say 4 billion out of 20. That's what, 20%. That's a lot for one country. But England done got rich off of the entire Caribbean. Right. Look up the GDP for Trinidad. Give me the GDP for Rida, Antigua, Barbuda. Tisapon, give me the GDP for Grenada or Barbados.
It's beautiful. So what's the GDP, Sakia?
Look that up too. Shit. Gross domestic product. The gross domestic product. It's really the government profit, not profit and loss, but it's their revenue from selling and trade and all that type of stuff. It's the books, like that's how much money they make or how much money all their exports is worth. You could look it up for a more specific definition, all right?
Come on. For Trinidad, sir, the GDP is 28.14 billion US dollars.
28.14, let's say 28 billion. That's US?
That is US.
And the Jamaican one is US too?
Yeah, 19.
Oh, well, that's even more. That's even better, I mean. Because now we ain't even talking about so much when it comes to the UK money, right? What we have, Antigua Barbuda?
2.33 billion US dollars.
So Antigua GDP is equal to the price of damn near equal to the price of Royal Mail. Go ahead.
No, sorry.
Oh yeah.
No, sorry, my bad. Turn.
No sweat. Cizapon, what you got?
What is this? 6.7 billion.
6.7 billion, right? So let's say it's 4 billion we had to get. This is 4 countries. Each of them could put $1 billion and still be, still be able to run. It's not going to be a deficit because Royal Mail is a revenue producing asset. It's not like you're buying, a monument that's just there. It's that money you put in to own it. You're gonna make more money. It's gonna make more. And guess what? Because the Caribbean come together and buy Royal Mail, guess who we employing? And guess who now could get visa? You understand what I'm saying?
It still shows that we kind of like the Royal Mail is one business in the UK, and it's damn near some of these islands' revenue. So it's like the person, the thief, man, what it stole is crazy.
Exactly. Now you see why they burned down the French embassy in Congo. You all saw that recently?
Nah,
Oh, brother, Rob, find it for me. There's a video out. They're running there like that was their grandmother's house out. They're running there like it was no problem. You know what I mean? It's the French embassy or some French song. What's this one here now?
Oh, rum cream,
God damn, y'all trying to introduce my boy. I appreciate it, the water. All right. Oh, Rob, I can pull it up for you in the meantime if you need to. Cool. Oh, there you go. Pull up that CNN one.
CNN? Come.
Hold on, Cap. Just let the thing play, and then you could dismiss it. Yeah, they went and they burned that. Just let it play for a second. Just let it play. They went and burned down that French embassy in the Congo Republic. All right.
Come.
Robert, you could make the whole screen so I don't have to see the writing and all of that. Yeah, to water. Right? So these Hamites are, pause it right there.
Sir.
Right? The Rwanda-backed M23 rebels targeted several embassies in East Congo, in East DR Congo Democratic Republic, because these Hamite nations is fed up with the French robbing them. It's absolutely fed up by the French robbing them. The French don't even use the franc anymore, which is the French money. They use the euro. These Hamite countries cannot use euro. They have to use the franc, which means in order for France has come and take their resources, France will purchase certain things from them. In order for that trade to go on, they now have to change their franc into euro, which is a trade in itself. It's like how the US dollar, like the petrodollar. You all know what the petrodollar is?
No.
The petrodollar is what's called the US dollar. It's called the petrodollar because of this treaty they made in 1970 or 60 that oil would only be traded in US. So if you want to buy oil from the Saudis, from OPEC, which is the oil mafia, is the oil producing countries' economy something. If you want to buy oil from there, you could only purchase it in US, which means if you China and you want to buy 5 billion cubic tons or cubic feet of oil, you can't take your yen and go straight to Saudi Arabia. You ought to go purchase it from America. And that treaty gives America the license to print money. So normally a country would have the money, that paper currency, it's an IOU. Go ahead, give her the mic. Give her the mic if you don't mind.
Oh, sorry.
Why did he put this in place? Like, why do you have to go through the US? Like, why does
because
white man do this?
because the US have the biggest gun. US is the bad boy on the block.
Oh.
He is the extorter on the block. He is the one. If I'm living on this block and I have 10 brothers and they're all 7 feet tall, and we don't have no money, but you come and open up a shop, you got to pay me a tax to do business on this block. Go somewhere else. I like it. You know why? Guess why? Tell me why. I'm coming to you.
Could he give more revenue for black people in America?
No. Nope. Go to that one.
Yeah, so I think like when we're in power and we run the block, then they're gonna have to
pay me.
They pay
That's
us.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. When our time to rule, don't negotiate, don't complain, don't trip. Whatever is my going rate, pay me come. Come on.
Fuck, it's mad because especially England anyway. America I kind of see, but England, yeah, they got this image where Boris Johnson, suit and tie wearing, kind of damn near dumb, look dumb, but they move like gangsters. Like you see the gangster movies where they say you need to buy the product from me. You can't go nowhere else.
Yeah.
Even if it's cheaper, you must buy from me.
Yeah, you have
that's
to.
That's how the movies.
That's how they are the real gangsters are. They're the real thugs. England, France, Germany, they're the real thugs. Like you go to some of these countries, not like France. France is a pisshole. But you go to other countries like Denmark and Norway, super clean.
I heard.
The medical, the healthcare is top tier education system, top tier. I mean, high level education, and they're living at ease because they done sat on top of people and pressed out all the resources, like grapes. They done pressed out all the juice, and now they're just drinking the juice. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
In Denmark, their maternity care, what I was reading the other day, is excellent. Like the best you could think about, and you get a long maternity leave. Fathers paid
maternity
for about over
leave.
a year.
I think with the paid maternity leave, they have a whole other extension for you. Your job security is there. You can start to come back slowly, and they'll balance the whole shit off. Yeah, but these countries done sat on top of us for the longest, and they squeezed out everything. So, brother, when the kingdom of heaven come, the scriptures say, find it for me, Rahman or Cap or whoever know it, where the forces of the Gentiles. Give me the forces of the Gentiles. All right.
Isaiah 63.
Yeah, Isaiah 60.
Cap, I'm sending you something too. I'm gonna need this up on the screen sometime in the class. All right.
Book of Isaiah. It's like, so shall I read it?
Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 16, verse 11. Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night.
You say that thy gates, meaning our gates, will be open continually. They're talking about border control and border crisis. We're gonna have open borders. Our borders is going to be open only for certain things. Certain things could come through that gate. You get the point? Go ahead.
Kind of what kind?
That
that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Read it again from the top.
Come what kind? Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night.
Their gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shook day nor night. Right? They shall not be shut, Salaki, day nor night. Right? We're going to have plenty time to come and pay our tax. Plenty time. That money ain't going to stop walking. All right, go ahead.
That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
That men, I'm going to say men is talking about who? The heathen. Them. Those men. Them men, they're going to be able to bring unto us the forces of the Gentiles. And what's the forces of the Gentiles? Whatever is naturally occurring that we deem valuable in that time. I remember Jeremiah said he's going to make a currency out of chicken beaks and chicken toenails. He's going to make the heathens fight each other over chicken beaks. It's going to be a currency in the kingdom. Because look what they make us fight each other over. Nothing.
Was it chickens?
No, I'm talking about the money. Like the money is nothing. It's worthless. it's worthless and we fight each other over it. Think about in the Caribbean. Shit. How much is what's the exchange rate from UK to Jamaica? No, I think UK to Trinidad is about $9 or $10. 10 Trinidad dollars to one pound.
I think now it's like $195 to the pound, something like that.
Like so about 200 Jamaican to the to the pound. Was it an Antigua Barbuda? The mic cap. You had to be stay on top of it with the mic.
A pound is about $350.
$350.
No, £3, $3 EC dollars.
So $3.50 is
about
a pound.
it's about
so their money is way better than Trinidad and Jamaica money. You get the point? Now, how much is a loaf of bread in Jamaica? Look up how much somebody Google for me how much is Venezuelan money to the US pound. How much is a loaf of bread in Jamaica?
Not sure now.
Let's Google it.
It says,
let's Google it. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. It says a loaf of fresh white bread in Jamaica can cost between 220 and 544 Jamaican dollars, so local currency.
Right. So a loaf of bread in Jamaica is about 2 pounds, but it's 500 and something for if you're living in Jamaica. What's the average weekly salary in Jamaica? All right, and look up what's the average weekly salary in Trinidad too. All right, and let's see.
According to available data, the average weekly salary in Jamaica is approximately 53,000 Jamaican dollars.
53. Nah, that ain't the average weekly. That's the average for them politicians on them. Maybe not so much politician, but I'm talking about the average everyday Joe. If that's it, well, let's go with that. 53 grand, right? So you have a loaf of bread.
It's like it.
Uh-huh.
What was that? 53,000?
53,000 or 5,300?
53,000, sir.
That's monthly or weekly?
Yeah, it says weekly from what it says here, sir.
No way.
That's what I'm saying. No way.
No
way.
No way.
Slack, yeah. Give some that. I'm in class now. You can call me back later. Or you can call me in about 2 hours. All right, call me in about 2 hours. All right? Give some that. All right. Anyway, once you get, just let me know. The point I'm making is they would make us fight over trash, over nothing. You get the point? In our countries.
Right.
And when you convert, what we fighting over is pennies to them. You understand? So in the kingdom, they are going to have to bring whatever we want. And if we deem that your country is spending bird beaks, nigga, get to chopping. And them birds can't die because we had to eat. Get the point? Go ahead and read scripture one more time, Robin.
Come on, sir. I did find a different figure online. When I searched weekly income, it gives 9,000 Jamaican dollars.
I'm not hearing you, brother. Yeah, speak up a little bit.
Come on, sir. I said I did find a different figure when I searched the weekly income. It gives a figure of around $9,000, 9,000 Jamaican dollars.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I don't know. You probably had to look up that 53. That sounded way too high. That's way too high from what I've been hearing. So let's say around 9, and I want to even say it's a little bit lower. I want to say it's about 5 or 6, the average Joe, which is the bulk of the public, the taxi man, the construction man, you know what I mean, the day laborer, maybe teachers. That's your average, your bus driver. What they make in a week or a month. That's what you want to look at. And when you look at it and you translate that thing out, it's, you know, maybe 150, 200 pounds, maybe. And that's you can't live on that as a person. You can't. But we in our countries fighting each other for that. Meanwhile, that's throwaway money for them. You get the point?
Right.
So now these Hamite countries, you could put up the same video with the Hamite up.
Come on, sir.
These Hamite countries, they fed up. They absolutely fed up of how, you know, France is done pimping them. So they went in there and they burned down that place. Keep going.
Come on.
You can play it? You still have the one you pulled up? Rob, and pause that one with me. Let's show you one that Karathia found.
Could get flagged up.
Share that one over. give me a little background, please.
From the Democratic Republic of Congo. These are private military contractors. There are many of them that work in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. They're from many European countries, and you see them getting received by Rwanda and the country saying that they have been rescued from the Eastern DRC. The East African Community, that is a regional bloc that the DRC is a member of. President Ruto of Kenya is the chair of that, was due to hold a virtual meeting, an emergency meeting, to try and figure out exactly what's happening here and to call for a ceasefire. The Southern African Development Corporation was also due to hold another emergency meeting tomorrow. President Samia Suluhu Hassan here of Tanzania is the chair of that. And some South African soldiers have been killed just in the last few days, at least 13 from South Africa, a soldier from Tanzania and from Malawi as well. These are all part of the international troops that are in the region to try and bring peace to it. That's the biggest escalation in this conflict that we have seen in quite some time.
This powerful heater can...
You could kill it there. Like these heathens are uprising all over because the oppressor, he done took them for bad for so long, and they've had enough of it. And they're watching how the West reacted to Gaza. Salakia, brother, you're killing me there. You're killing me, brother. Please. They're reacting to how the West responded to Gaza and Israel. You get the point? They see how they respond to them, and they're looking at ain't nobody coming to their rescue, ain't nobody helping them out. So they decide enough is enough, right? When you actually go and read up on all them Hamite countries that France is sitting over and not allowing them to spend the euro and they're not allowing them to sell their own natural resources to other markets. They could only sell it to France, and France is dictating the price. So imagine you could export bauxite or gold, and you could sell that to Russia. You could sell that to America for big money, for the going rate. France said, "Now you could only sell it to me, and I'll only buy it from you for X amount of francs, not even euros, francs." So in other words, if I'm going to do trade with another country or buy from another country, that country will have to take what I have, which is franc. Ain't nobody spending the franc no more. So now I'm locked in to buy only whatever I need from you. That's a serious type of oppression. And I ain't give a damn about no Hamites. But shit, the white man's the devil. Go ahead, Salaki.
No, Salaki, just what I was gonna say now. So, like, yeah. So in order for them, what they would have to do is go to somewhere else to get the dollar. So they'd have to trade.
But there's nowhere else to go because you remember the franc is not all over like America. And the French, the places that was part of the French Empire,
right?
Like Belgium, and who else is part of France? No, them is like the colonies. But there's other European countries that fall under France. Who else speaks French?
Haiti.
No, them still colonies. I'm talking about European. I know Belgium was part of it. Say again?
I know Belgium's one.
I can't think of no others. But since the EU and the introduction of the euro, that it's not like here where the pound is still strong. You get the point? And with Brexit, it still have the pound. But France, the franc is just with them and their colonies. But when France doing trade with everybody else, they're using the euro. But they're not letting their colonies buy from anybody or use that. And now if you had to go get something, you trading from a low place to high.
Right, exactly.
Versus if they let everybody use euro. I think one of the countries uses euro. One of their colonies. I can't remember. One of them Caribbean countries, I think, use a euro. If it's Barbados, look it up. Just to see if I'm wrong, or I might be wrong with it. My memory might be failing me with that. But there is a Caribbean country, I think, that uses euro, not the franc. Uses the euro, or their economy is based on the euro.
Right, and so like the other one, that's like I mean, it's so vast, this thing, man. It's It's crazy when you really get any understanding of it. How much they've got us in a you know, like the lack of snake that's just wrapped around us, isn't it?
And we don't understand it.
Yeah.
You'll never think that far, but they always think 10 steps ahead.
That's right.
Because they're planning to give you to their children to rule. You get the point?
Right.
We just trying to, you know, make sure my child have a job that paying 6 figures. We're not playing the same game. We definitely not.
Right.
You understand?
Salakia, sir.
Come on, Hafian.
These are the Caribbean islands that has the euro. If you want it now, sir.
Let me hear it.
Kadawan Khan. So it's Saint Barthélemy, Martinique.
Martinique was a French colony, or is a French colony down there.
Right.
Or they let them use the euro. Go ahead.
Kadawan Khan and Guadeloupe, Kadawan Khan.
Right, Guadeloupe, another French colony.
Right.
You get the point? Why didn't then Haiti use the euro? When Haiti historically was called the royal jewel in the crown of Haiti. It was the biggest part of the Haitian economy. I mean, the royal jewel in the crown of the French. They said Haiti was the royal jewel, meaning if you look at a crown and there's a big diamond or ruby, the main piece, they say Haiti was that. That's what Haiti meant to the French government at one time. You wouldn't let them use the euro now because you want to keep Haiti oppressed.
Right.
Go ahead and finish what you were saying now. So what
I've gone now.
If you come back, just let me know.
No sweat.
All right.
Yeah, it's just yes.
All right.
It says I looked on this one. It says Saint Martin as well.
Saint Martin.
Saint Martin.
No, Saint Martin is a huge tourist destination. That's like in the north corner, northeast corner down near the Caribbean. It's a huge tourist destination. So it could be that's why, right? Because of the amount of tourists come through there, U.S., British, and French.
They speak French, don't they? That's where Terry Henry and them are from.
I thought he was Martinique.
Is it Martinique?
It could be Martinique. But Saint Martin. No, I think they speak English, but it's a very huge tourist destination. It's like some Caribbean islands are just tourism, right? Saint Martin, Saint Lucia, Jamaica for sure, Virgin Islands, both British and US Virgin Islands, like those Tobago. That's tourism. You go in there to just beach, see the sand and that type of shit, like their tourist destination. Bahamas.
Barbados.
Not so much Barbados. Well, Barbados used to be very strong with it. Bermuda. I don't know if Bermuda still has it though. If Bermuda still has the attraction. All right.
I was watching Jamaica, you know, like they're building up some bridges in Jamaica from, you know, Fairfield to this place and that place. And the Chinese are doing it basically. You know what I mean? All the infrastructure now. It's going to be a toll road. It's in Montego Bay, this one. And I'm looking at the renovation because I left Jamaica years ago. You know what I mean? So
it's different.
Yeah,
it's a different place now.
Yeah.
And if you look at that Chinese deal,
it's not
a good deal. I think it's really a loan. Like the Chinese give Jamaica a loan, and in the loan is to develop the infrastructure.
Exactly right.
But I think I forget it. Somebody look it up. Robman, look it up for me. I think it's the promise to operate in Jamaica for tax free or some shit for the next X amount of years.
Right.
Like that's really what it is. It's an infrastructure development. It's like a development loan. And I think part of it is also that they could bring their Chinese workers. Right. If you notice, a lot of that construction, you got to have a union for the local to get hired. It's not local. Because if you do an infrastructure development in your country, it's only common sense that your own people benefit because they working. They work, they're the workers. But imagine you doing an infrastructure development and the workers are being brought in. And the Chinese operate just like that. Like I remember when they was building the Chinese embassy in DC, it was trailers of them Chinese people out. That wasn't done by Americans. You get it? When they brought their own people to do the construction.
Is it truly got a Chinese bus service in DC? The Chinese people alone or something like that?
Well, they have a Chinatown in DC. And the Chinese embassy is one of the biggest embassies I think I've ever seen. It's like a fucking fortress. It's you can't see inside from the outside. It's huge building. So in DC, the Chinese presence is very, very strong. So Chinatown, I mean, they may have stuff, you know, for their own self like that. I can't really say for sure, you know what I mean? But they have the Chinese bus, like how you have National Express. But they the bus drivers. And for at one time they stopped them because they was crashing all the time. They was just crashing. But guess what? They started exactly. That's what everybody was saying. I didn't want to say it, but that's what everybody was saying. Saying that they can't see. They can't see the road. But they start back now. And it's in Chinatown. That's one of the cheapest buses you could find. $5 to go to New York type shit. All right, Robin, you found it?
Come on, sir.
Come on.
I found this article right here. So let me share this. It says in the article, it says, you know, China's power. Jamaica has China to thank for much needed infrastructure, but some locals say it's come at a price.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
This image right here is some brothers who raise money on the side of a road so they can buy concrete and fix potholes.
Tell me about the Chinese deal. That's what I wanted. The Chinese deal.
Let's see right here. Construction of the North-South Highway started in earnest in 2013, the same year Chinese President Xi Jinping announced his launch of the Belt and Road Initiative. It's a plan to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in infrastructure projects to increase the flow of goods, money, and people across much of the world, including the Caribbean. The North-South Highway, completed in 2016, was one of the first major infrastructure projects in Jamaica, financed and built by a Chinese state-owned company. And then, let me see. But the highway has left Jamaica with a $730 million debt to China, and the $32 toll for a 66-kilometer one-way trip collected by the Chinese developer means driving the highway isn't affordable for most Jamaicans.
So the investment thing is really a loan, because if it is that Jamaica is in debt for how much trillion?
730 million, sir.
730 million. That's $750 million. Jamaica is in debt for, and on top of that, all the tolls is collected by China. You understand? And they're using the tourists that come, because the average Jamaican is not riding the toll road. It's too expensive. But for the tourists, Jamaican money is so devalued. You coming from any one of Esau's European countries, you could afford that toll road. That's what, $3, $4 for you? You mean $32 for the toll road? That's less than $1, because one pound is how much Jamaican? 250?
£2. 190.
About 200. So we're talking about 50p just to travel there, versus they paying that 32 for 6 kilometers. They're trying to siphon the money from the first world countries to China. And that's why China devalued their money since the 1990s or 80s. They devalued the dollar, their yen, so they could underbid. Meaning, when they go bid on a project, somebody from Germany or America bidding on the same project might tell you this is going to cost $5 million to build. China will say, I could do it for 500,000, because their money is so low. When that 500 change into yen is millions of dollars. And they did that for like 20 years. And they just got all the infrastructure contracts outside of North America on the West. That they in Venezuela, they in Puerto Rico, they in Brazil, they in the Caribbean islands. And imagine just skimming off the top for so long. And that's how they built all the missiles and they get their army. They had a long-term plan. You get the point? We don't have that. We don't even understand that. Go ahead, Stop. You're going to say something? Come on.
It's gone.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's how to write that down now. Go ahead.
It's a shame, because like you bringing this stuff out, get me jealous, man. Like you're talking how countries are trading and this and money and yen and stuff, and we just can't get off drugs, man. You know what I mean? We just fighting for a block that we don't own. It's just making me jealous. Meanwhile, people are trading and making money and got all types of contracts and fine prints. And the people, we don't even close shit.
No, we ain't nowhere there. Like, okay, I'm coming down to the class tonight, and this Pakistani just nearly run into me and T-bone the damn car. We stop in the middle of the road. I'm looking at him. He thinking, and because he see a woman driving, he ain't see me in the front. You figure whatever. So I'm looking at him on the side, and okay, I'm looking at the car he's driving, and then I started to look at the other ones who's around, and I'm like, why is it they could drive those things, and they are into the business because of race, because of racism? They will not come work for you. They will teach their children, just take this little bit of money for now, go work for Uncle so-and-so, go work for Mr. Singh over there, go work for Patel over there. And they will only do that amongst themselves, and now they all as a people live at a higher standard. Now that's in the Bible. They're doing it, but it's in the Bible. Pull it for me, please. Deuteronomy 28. Pull it exactly what I want there. They live a certain life because of the racism. And we live a certain life because we interpret racism only one way, because we've been on the end of racial discrimination. We never want to be racist. We never want to say, well, this is only for us alone. You get the point? We never want to just keep this for us alone. We want to teach Colibuds how to sing. We want to let the Marleys sing music. We want to teach everybody how to dance. We want to do music, do all our natural stuff with everybody else. And they will never do that with us. They will never allow us. And who have it? The stranger that is among you. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is within thee shall come up the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
The stranger that is within you. All these Asians in the UK and the Chinese in Jamaica, they are strangers.
Right.
They are strangers. They're not natural to the land, like the Boricua or the Taino Indian or the tribe of Benjamin that came down there. They're not natural to the land. They ain't been there for forever and slaving and toiling and bleeding on the land. They came later. The East Indians came later. And when they came, they were strangers.
That's right.
They were strangers to the tribes of Benjamin and the Taino Indian and the tribe of Asher, right? Which is your Carib and the Arawaks is all of them, right? The Carib and the Arawaks is sub-tribes, like sub clans among the Taino and Asher, right? So they came as strangers, and they came, not as powerless as us, but nowhere close to what they are today.
That's right.
They were actually rejects from their own countries,
That's right.
from Asia, from India. They were the criminals of society. You get the point? They were the criminals of the society. They were the ones who was rejected from the society, facing jail time.
Right.
And they came to the Caribbean and came to certain parts of South America. And they was able, in a short space of time, 50 to 100 years, was able to just rule everything and rise up above us, not just high, but very high.
Right.
That's our life. That's our life. So you want that to change. You don't have to go build a Fortune 500 company. You don't have to go and get millions of dollars to change your people. You want that to change, get your people to stop sinning. Right. Get your people to forget Christianity, forget Rastafarianism, forget Islam, forget Buddhism, forget everything else, and obey God's laws. And overnight, all their riches will be yours.
Right.
All their riches will be yours. They will serve you. They will give you from them, or else they will perish. You get the point? Go, you have something
Yeah,
else to say?
so like the other one. Yeah. Just like when the East Indians came, they got wages. Like when they came, they got paid. Whereas we made an agreement with the oppressors, and then they came over and they're getting a wage, whereas we didn't get no wages.
Exactly. And not only, go ahead, Cap.
Now, what you said was deep. I saw pictures of when the East Europeans come to the Caribbean, and they was naked, loincloth. I mean, they had no shoes because they didn't believe in leather, because the cow. Yeah, look now, the only
if you could find that in the writings, brother. The other night, I can't remember where. I think it was coming back from Leicester, and I'm just looking at these heathens walking around, and they have the the Beats and the AirPod, and they have the Scully, and they have the Nike Tech and the Air Max, and I'm like, look at you trying to be a damn nigga. Where's the sari and the sandals and shit? Where's the loincloth? I thought you was proud to be a Muslim and an Eastern and a Hindu. Why are you trying to look like? And brother, I need that in my like they didn't believe in killing the cow for the leather, so they would walk barefoot. Why not walking barefoot now? Huh?
When the cow ain't sacred no more, huh? Not only did they get paid, part of their contract was land. Part of their contract was land. Good night. These is indentured laborers. And right now, that one in the bottom, in the front, in the middle, with the square jaw, like the Indian Superman. Him, he's mad. He's upset. And he will make sure he stays on top of us. You'll see that on his face. That's them, and they rule over us now. They trading in billions now. They move in cars. They move in all kind of stuff in the Caribbean islands. And it's because we can't give up being Christian. We can't give up being Muslim. We can't give up following them. We don't want to follow them no more. All right? Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, they run like the you know what, stores that sell furnitures and all that stuff. That's what they run in the Caribbean, like in Jamaica now.
Yeah, they run the
all
trade.
them stores, yeah.
Like just like France. If them Congolese want something, it had to come from France. It had to come from Marseille or Lyon. You know what I mean? It had to come from somewhere in France. So now if you in the Caribbean islands and you want a table, you have to go by Matalan or Sings or Patel or Ramkissoons or Mirage. You know what I mean? And these is names of stores, I'm telling you, in the Caribbean. Everybody know it. Or Chang's Grocery, right? Chin Supermarket. That's who you had to go buy from, and that's in the Bible too. Give me that, give me that. All right, because tonight's class, we're going to teach the Christians something. They don't know nothing about life or Christ. All right? Rahman, was there any questions or we good?
We too up, sir. No questions in the chat.
No sweat. I think we're going to be back up on that YouTube next week. You all have no fear. We're going to be back up on that UK YouTube next week, all right?
Come on. Deuteronomy 28, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
That's not the one I want.
Come on.
In want of all things.
Okay.
Give me in want of all things.
Come on.
You have it?
Come on. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
Come on.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
Thou shalt serve thy who?
Thine enemies.
Thy who?
Thine enemies.
Pull up that picture one more time, man.
Come on, God.
Whenever you find it, just read it, all right?
I got it, sir.
Come
on, Khan. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things.
Which the Lord shall send against thee. Them indentured laborers, they came to the Caribbean because the Lord sent them against us. Right. The Lord sent the Asian, the Chinese man against us, the Pakistani man in our neighborhoods to be against us. They was never meant to be our friends. Who the Lord shall send against thee. And that's what it is. He shall send them against you. And what's read it again?
Khan. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger. In hunger.
What does that mean? When you want to go buy bread, you have to buy it from them.
That's right.
Bread you could make yourself if you had your own fields and growing your own wheat. You could make your own bread. Go ahead.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, you got to go to them for something to drink. Whether it's water or soda or alcohol, they're making it. They got the factories and just the field to grow everything. The barley, the hops, the grapes, anything. You got to go to them for. Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, brother. To put clothes on your back, to cover your behind, you got to go to who? Versace, Calvin Klein, Levi, Tommy Hilfiger. These is actual names. They're not even making up names. It's not like even, you have some brand name Blackstone or something. These people names you're wearing. You the slave and they're putting the brand on you. That's why we say what? You got brands, boy. You fighting over, you clowning somebody over the slave man's brand.
That's right.
That's where we are. You understand? The same t-shirt that costs $2.99, they sell it for $5.50. And that's, us. Who? $5.50. In nakedness. We gotta go to them for everything. Your brother make a t-shirt, he wants $35 for it.
Not worth it.
This ain't no Versace. No shit, nigga. Go ahead.
And in the want of all things.
And in the want of all things. That's our life here. That's our life in the Caribbean. For everything that we want, we have to go to them for. When we could go to our Father and He provided, and how will He provide it? He'll send us against them.
That's right.
That's all. We'll be in their neighborhoods and they'll just be buying everything from us. They'll just be giving us all the money. We ain't had to do nothing to them. They don't have to do anything to us now. But when you go to the store, it's them. You go to Tesco, you go to Asda, you go to all these. Who own it? Them. They own everything. You get the point?
Come on.
Are we good with that? All right, let's rock. Give me any more. Was there a question you was breaking down, or that was it?
That was it, sir.
That was it. All right, no sweat. If there's no more questions in the class, go ahead.
I've got one question in 66. Let's see if I can get an understanding of Isaiah 66. It's between 5 and 8. This one is
Isaiah 6 and 6.
66 verse
Go ahead.
Between 5 and 8. I got it, yeah. Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord. 66, yeah, hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hate you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said the Lord, be glorified. It's lucky. Let me go. Your brethren that hate you.
What's going on, Kwan?
Your brethren that hate you, that cast you out, for 66, other one, and 5.
66.
Okay.
I only hear in 6 to 6. God, 66 and what?
66 and 5.
And 5.
Yeah, just between 5 and 8, and then the last bit I want to talk a bit more understanding on as well. 24. So hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified.
Hold on, man.
Okay.
Okay, I think I catch up. All right.
Yeah.
66 and
5.
All right. Gonna get it again from the top.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word.
Go ahead.
Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. So is that talking about the oppressors?
I might need some context on this. This
out.
one is not drawing any memory from me. Read from verse 1.
Thus says the Lord, the heavens is my throne, and the earth is my footstool.
Go ahead.
Where is the house that you built unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
Right. So of course, you could use this for the church. This is a precept for the church. For everybody who build in some church and say the Lord is there, the Lord is there. Like, the Lord ain't in the church.
That's right.
He's not in the building.
Right.
He's not in that building that they're building. The kingdom of heaven is within you.
Right.
You get the point? Go ahead.
For all those things has mine hand made, and all those things have been, says the Lord. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit.
Contrite
spirit. And trembleth at my word.
Right. So he's saying, like how the Christians and the Muslims, they put the Lord in a house. The Hindus do it too, where they build a little hut in the bottom of the flags on the side of the house for their god. Right? He's saying, the heaven is my throne, the earth is my footstool. So imagine a man sitting somewhere and his foot stretches and rests on the earth. He's saying, I'm too big for all of that shit you're talking about. There's no building you could build to house me.
Right.
He said, furthermore, all these things my hand made. I made that shit. So who you think you are making some shit to house me? Nigga, I made the shit you made. You think you made.
Right.
Right? Say the Lord, but to this man I will look. He said, no, but you making those things because you want me to look at you. But this is who I will look at. You understand? The Christians, they make a big old church, massive mega church, and Muslims build a whole mosque 5 blocks long and put gold in it and all kind of shit because they want the Lord to look at them and be like, look, Lord, look at what I did for you. He said, I don't give a shit about none of that shit. The cement you make, I'll make the sand that you use. Yeah, I make the trees you cut down to make the wooden floor, the pews. I put the tree in the ground.
Right.
He said, I ain't looking at that. But unto this man will I look.
That's right.
And this is and I'm about to tell you who I actually notice it. Keep going.
He that killeth an ox.
No, Salakia. But to this man will I look.
You read again. But to this man will I look, even to him that is
poor.
That is poor, right?
I can't look at you because you got money to build a huge building that nobody lives in. And you wouldn't let nobody live in.
Right.
You get the point?
Let the poor man
all the homeless people, they could be in that church.
Yeah.
You could make the church a homeless shelter from Sunday night till Saturday morning and pay them to clean it and put it back together for Sunday mass.
Right.
And that's how it's running. You wouldn't even let people live in there. So I would look to the man that's poor because you're rich. You got money to comfort you. But a man who's poor, he don't have that to comfort him. I look to him that's poor. Go ahead.
And of a contrite spirit.
And of a contrite spirit. What does that mean?
Right.
You got the mic? Yeah, what does that mean?
Like a upstanding spirit, like a righteous spirit.
Look it up. That's not what it means.
Contrite.
The man that is poor and of a contrite spirit.
If I could, sir.
1 second. Let me give him a shot. Let him look it up.
Contrite. Similar and opposite words?
No, just look for the meaning.
Like Oxford Dictionary. All right. Contrite spirit. Feeling or expression, remorse, at the recognition that one has done wrong.
Is that what you were saying? No.
What was that? Contract. Like a righteous man, I would say that.
No. A contrite man do not think he's righteous.
No,
exactly.
So not like I think I'm righteous, but a man that's he wants to do right or is doing right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a.
Read it again. Read it one more time. I'll come to you, sir.
Right.
Read it one more time.
Feeling or
a feeling or expression of
expressing remorse.
Remorse is what?
Like you're sorry for something.
Yes.
Right. Like you've sinned and you repented, you're sorry for your sins, etc.
Okay, it's deeper than that. It's you've done something and you're broken because of it.
Right.
You're broken. You're not proud about shit. You don't think you're better than nobody. You know you done did some shit you should die for.
Right.
You did some shit you should be in jail for. If people found out, they would kick you out the community for. Nobody would talk to you if they found out this shit. You're broken, and because of it, you are humble now. And you're willing to hear the Lord because your spirit is broken. This usually comes with tears in your quiet places. This usually comes with you taking a bath and you crying. You go to sleep at night and you put that pillow over your face and you shedding tears because you're tired of the life you're living, you're fed up and you're ready to change.
Right.
and you get up in the morning and you drag out that door. Hey, how you doing, brother? I'm all right. How you feeling? You good? You ain't proud. You ain't nothing. You ain't puffed up. You're not Christian. You're definitely not Muslim.
Right.
You get the point?
I don't care.
You are broken. Your spirit now is ready to be heard. Is ready to hear. That's a different thing to what you say. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Any more on contrite?
In the Bible or on here?
Contrite there.
There says feeling or expression, remorse at the recognition that one has done wrong. Yeah, that was it on that.
That's really day one in the UPK.
Right.
You come to the UPK, you start hearing things that you did not know was off. And there's two types of people. What's the two types?
I think one's a proud nigga, like, well, so I'm born this way, and another man's the man like, really? Shit, I gotta change, man. I'm disgusting. I can't believe that's me.
Can't believe that's me. And the other person is just like, you know, I was born doing this. That's how I am. What you want me to do? Change? It's two types. And even with the second type, there's still two types. There's a man who will recognize, damn, I did this shit, I'm wrong. Let me come and get right. And then there's a man who will hear it, did this shit, I'm wrong. I could never come back there. I'm too wrong. I'm too wrong. That's when Satan starts talking to you. That's that demon Asmodeus in the Bible. Come and start talking to you and make sure you never come back. Because now, if you come back, that demon has nowhere to live.
Right.
You've been housing that demon for ever so long. And he'll be damn. Imagine somebody trying to kick you out of your house. You going to court. You're going to fight the landlord over his damn house. That's the demon. The demon ain't trying to get out of you. So it has to convince you. It has to shame you. It start to talk to you every day. And you just start feeling like shit overnight. And before long, you just stop coming to class. Hey, what happened to so-and-so? I ain't never heard from them no more. They're not answering the phone, nothing. Well, the Lord be with them. And they really, what they should do is come to class and let us battle the demons together. Let us battle the demons together. You've been battling it your whole life. Have you won, nigga? No. Let us battle the demon together, and the demon will leave you. Because we could gang up on that motherfucker. Excuse my language. We could jump him.
Right.
Beat his ass bad. Beat him like a thief. Beat him like a petty thief.
Right.
You get the point? We carry London down there, hack and get hold of him and start. And start getting done. And before long, the demon leaves and you stay. You get the point? And that's what happens. But going back to the contrite spirit, before you get there, you start to feel what you did. Feel responsibility for what you did. You have your hand up, sis?
I was gonna say the same.
Okay, no sweat. All right. So that's the man who the Lord will look at. The poor man. The man who is who has a contrite. Where we at? Verse 2? Contrite spirit. Go ahead. The end of verse 2.
The end of verse 2. And trembleth at my word.
And trembleth at my word.
Right.
Break that down for me.
Trembleth. It's like, it's like saying, damn, like you said, you're curling up in your bed saying, I've done wrong, recognizing you've done wrong. Like,
I'll give you a better one. You come to class and you call the priest after class and you say, Salakia, so, I heard what you were saying and this is what happened and I've been doing this or I used to do that or struggling with this. And you acknowledge now that you've been doing wrong. Or you didn't know no better. That's the best way to put it. You really didn't know no better. And that priest begins to counsel you and let you know your next step. Right? So what is somebody who trembleth at my word?
Well, someone that fears the Lord, like the fear.
How would you know that? How could I see? Like if I'm looking at it, like if I'm coming to your car and give me 1 second.
Come on.
If I'm looking on and somebody, and what would I see for somebody who trembleth at the Lord's word?
So once there's the script, the the laws have been broken down to you then, or the laws you're hearing the word of the Lord, the laws, right? What you have been doing wrong, and you're broken, so therefore now you realize how wrong you've been, or how wicked you've been, so to speak. So now you fear the Lord, or the punishments of the Lord.
So you fear the Lord gonna come down and beat you?
Not like that, no. But
so
like,
yeah, make it understand.
That is the Lord that's been, not say plaguing you, but the Lord's been punishing you basically for the wrongs that you've been doing.
That's true, but okay, it's not tangible. It's not practical. You're not really explaining to me why I should come into the truth. You're not explaining to me what a man who trembles at my word. What does that mean?
It's like realizing that you've done wrong in it, and what the Lord could do or should have done.
Way simpler. Way simpler. Okay, let me get you a shot.
You'd see a man that is remorseful.
Say that one more time.
Remorseful. He'd be remorseful.
Yeah, but what would I see? Like let's say your family members in the world, they knew you before. Then you come talking this Israelite shit.
Right. Okay.
How would they know that you tremble at the word of God?
Right.
By the way you live.
Right.
Okay. You want it? Let me get a little more. I'm gonna come to you, Cap. Let me get to that one again. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say change your lifestyle.
Okay. What does that look like?
So keeping the laws of the Lord. So you've
But they ain't around you all the time. That's what I'm saying. What would that look like?
Your actions speak louder than words. So your
Who's
actions.
seen the actions? You're going to learn something here tonight about how serving the Lord.
I don't know.
Come on, Cap.
I'm gonna say the same thing. You know, a man trembles at the word of the Lord because you don't smoke weed no more, don't have sex with hoes no more.
I don't know that. I don't see you after 9 tonight. Next time I see you might be Saturday or tomorrow on the ends. And between that and next Thursday, I don't see nothing. I'll come and tell you how
Could it be that he don't do those things and he also tells you not to do those things again?
Say that one more time.
So a man that trembles at the voice of the Lord, he doesn't do it, but he also tells other people not to do it.
Okay, you're not haunted, but you're close. You're in the neighborhood. Hakayan?
Other people, his reputation has changed. Other people tell his reputation has changed.
His reputation has changed, which means somebody else is talking about that person. Yes. And what would that person say?
Good things. Everything that he's doing, following the laws.
Okay, hold on. Roll back the Christianity off it. Roll it back. Take off that Christian garment and just think life.
Right. Okay.
Come on, Hakayan. I'll come and take this up one. No, you on it. It's just your wording. And that's what kind of trips people up. You need a minute? You want me to come back to you?
Can, if you could, sir.
All right, let's that one.
So like this.
Robert, let me know if anybody trying to answer online, all right?
Come on, sir. We have a few answers.
Please, say that again.
We have a few answers online. One of the sisters said that the person would say that you've changed, sir.
Person would say that you've changed. That's the same thing Hakayan said, which is close to it.
Good name.
Let me get ahead to that one.
So yeah, you don't check for holes anymore. You don't do the things we used to do anymore.
Somebody would say you've changed. Let's go from there.
Yeah, so you're not doing what we used to. You don't smoke weed no more.
Okay, before?
Yeah.
Did the person know if you were smoking weed or not? The person who would say you've changed.
Well, if it's a friend or people in your community, then yeah.
Okay.
So they'll say you changed. You don't.
All right, I'll take that.
You don't do the things you used to do. Yeah.
I'll take that. There's something else, but I'll take that. That's a good second right answer.
Right.
Like the people who real close to you, who you used to go on the missions with.
Right.
You ain't there no more. You know what I mean? You say you don't go on against. You know what I mean? Let me get the sister online answer. I'm gonna come to Radad and the sister. I'm gonna come to Radad and the sister. Get the Radad in mind. What's the sister online saying?
the sister online said one of them might say, "You think you're better than us." Another thing she said is
also to just say the person's name.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Take note of who's online. Go ahead.
Okay, so the online her name is Shebrew Banyamyan. She put,
All right.
You've joined a cult.
You've joined a cult. That's what they'll start saying. You've joined a cult. Now, we're walking down the road now. Go ahead, Roda.
I'd say people would say he's moving straight, he's moving different,
he's moving different, he's moving strange.
You know what I mean?
Racist.
He's not doing nothing wrong, but he's just moving strange. He's not doing stuff what we normally know him to do. But
We're walking down the road now. We're walking down the road. We see in the house. He ain't there. All right, that was it. You close with it. Come on, sis.
I think it's been said no more. I think that's we don't see him no more. Where is he? He's not about.
Well, that's the same thing they say. So, okay, now let's walk down the road with it. Before, you would be part of the missions. Were they going to get high? Were they going for whores? If you sisters going on a girls trip somewhere with some niggas in some room, whatever it is. Who were you listening to at that point? So Satan come in the room and say, hey, go get high. Who were you listening to at that point?
Your friends, whoever you doing stuff around.
Friend, come on, Ruda.
You're listening to yourself, kind of.
Well, you're not listening to yourself. Listening to yourself is the demon talking to you.
Yeah.
But what actually happens is there's somebody who has a very great amount of influence in your life. It's usually one main friend. You have a group of friends, but this one is the ringleader. This one is your camp leader in the world. And if they say, girls trip Mexico, you're going. If they say, yo, we outside, where we going? The new strip club down there, yo, they have all kind of, what do they say, exotic women. You ain't never seen that before. Trust me when I tell you. That's your camp leader. But then you come in and you get a new camp leader. And what that camp leader says, you start doing. That's how you tremble at his word. You get the point? Because how did you know you was doing something wrong? You came to class, and 9 out of 10 times your camp leader or some officer over you broke something down, and you realize, hold up. You see it all the time. Brothers or sisters be like, hold on. So I used to do X, Y, Z. That's not sinning though, right? But I ain't doing this. And then they, well, what does the scripture say? Yeah, but you start learning from somebody here. How do I know you tremble at the word of the Lord? When somebody here says something, I'm seeing you do it. You hear it in your own house. Ever since you joined that cult, it's like them niggas is your boss. I ain't following no. Them, that's your boss now. You listening to him now. You ain't no man. You listening to him. Sis, don't let them brainwash you. You up there listening to them men.
Right.
That's how you tremble at the word of the Lord. Because in past times, you would tremble at their word. You ain't coming to Mexico. What's wrong? You can't hang with us. You weak. I understand. Yeah, you ought to stay home. You ought to stay home, especially sisters. They put pressure on you. They say you ought to stay home. That man had you in check, girl. Good night. Yeah, she inside, girl. She in And go ahead.
You'll just be a brother.
Yeah, listen. You get the point? No, you trembling at their word. No, you feeling that type of way based on what they say. When your self-esteem has to come from here. Your self-esteem has to come from the Lord. And coming from the Lord is coming from a man of the Lord. Just like if you vow a vow, you can't promise the Lord something in your bedroom. Lord, I promise you. You have to come before a priest. And you have to stand and make your vow there. So now a priest has heard it. That means the Lord heard it. You get the point? So now somebody who trembles at the Lord's word, you come in here, you trying to change your life, you call, hey, this is what's going on. Yeah, I'm struggling with this shit. I can't handle it. All right, this is what you do. You call me every time. This is what you do, sis. You give me a call. I want you to, this is what I need you to do. I need all them short skirts, bring them to the school. I got something for you. What you don't know is I have gas and matches for that shit. And I'm gonna hand you the bottle and let you know. Go ahead and light it up. And what will happen? You leave. I know you don't tremble at the word of the Lord.
That's right.
I know you don't.
That's right.
It doesn't matter to you. It's too hard. It's too difficult. You get the point? It's too difficult. Hey, brother, you ought to let go of them friends, man. Them friends that you have, you think is your homie, that ain't your homie. That's my dog, something. And say, all right, well, listen, I'll see you tomorrow. And tonight you go call the homie up. And you and him light up a long one. And so you believe me to tell me to not hang with you no more, right? And yeah, what else they say? And your homie is listening to you, and you talking to your homie, and you're bonding over this shit. And he leaves you, and you leave us. That's that. That's that thing. The tremble at the word of the Lord is not you reading this and you, well, all right. That's not it. You ought to obey that man. You get the point? That's trembling at the word of the Lord. Moses went and what? Slit that lamb throat, put the blood over the door. Don't take out the guts. Roast the lamb whole with bitter herbs. They trembled at the word of the Lord that day. When Moses checked the brother for fighting the brother, he didn't tremble at the word of the Lord then, because Moses was not a man of the Lord yet. When Moses came back, he had the power. And he still had to prove it. He still had to do miracles before Pharaoh. And Pharaoh still ain't listened. That night, they trembled at the word of the Lord. When Matthias said, who wants to live? Follow me. And he took some men and women up to the mountains. They trembled at the word of the Lord. The other people, they did what? They read the Bible. Well, today is the Sabbath. So we'll just sit here and die like idiots. And they were killed on the Sabbath day because they didn't want to work on the Sabbath, because they're dumb and stupid and they didn't fear the word of the Lord. Word of the Lord is what the man of the Lord says. That's the word of the Lord. The Bible doesn't come alive unless you have a teacher. It doesn't come alive. It does not. That's just life. Let's keep going.
Okay, I was looking at whatsoever is bind on earth is bound in heaven. Oh, should we just
to say what?
What you were saying before, like listening to a man of the Lord, then whatsoever is he said, you go by what he said.
Okay, I probably wouldn't use that one. I would use Moses and what's his name? Aaron.
Right.
That's the one I would more use. You get the point? That's the one I would more use for this one. No, you could use that if you want. Everybody has a different teaching style. I prefer the blunt fact. That's it. You get the point? Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Where was that? Verse 3. Where was it? Verse 3.
3.
He that killeth. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificed a lamb, as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offereth an oblation, as if he offered swine's blood. He that burneth incense, as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations.
Break it down for me.
So he that's offering up an ox is like he slew a man. I think that's where the Lord is not. The Lord don't want that sacrifice because they're no, it's not nothing to do. Oh, okay, yeah. Damn.
And let me read it. Let me read it a little more fluid and see if you could get it. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificeth a lamb, as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offereth an oblation, as if he offered swine's blood. He that burneth incense, as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abominations.
a man so contrite and whatnot is so humble that when he's no.
Not the humble man. Go ahead, come on, go ahead, Cap. You was gonna say something else?
Yeah, the other part was, is it like give me a sacrifice, but I don't accept it. It's like you sacrifice a dog to me, so like,
no.
So like,
it is like that, but not like that.
Is it saying that these men who are doing these like sacrifices, but they going on like it's righteousness, but they're doing wickedness, basically?
Yes, that's what it's saying. It's saying like they would be reading it. Well, I do this crime, so I had to kill this ox. I had to sacrifice this ox. But they're killing the ox like it's killing a man. Like they so, you understand? They're not doing it in the right spirit.
Right.
You understand? They they offer it an oblation as if he offered swine blood.
Right.
I like to say this would be a tithes. For those who struggle with tithes, they struggle with tithes like paying it is an unclean thing. Like you had to beg and threaten somebody. I don't threaten nobody. I tell them once, and after that, I wait until the phone rings for the call to help you pay your bills. And then I go into the memory, into the Rolodex. Hold on. Last time you played tithes, blow the dots off. Blow the dots off. And say, oh, you played tithes in 1922. Shit. This is what I could tell you to do, brother. How much money you have in your account? I suggest you buy a sleeping bag and fill that car up with gas because you're gonna be sleeping there for a second. So, but I thought I could get the school supposed to help. Well, we all think things from time to time. You get the point? Because you think that paying this tithes to the school is like swine's blood. It's painful to you. There's people who pay tithes before bills and let the bills, deal with the bills later. But they pay their tithes and it's like, I have to do this. This is not swine's blood, but this is a perfect offering right here. You understand? This, you go to set up, you have chosen your own ways and your soul delighted in abomination. You doing whatever you want to do, not what
the Lord wants you to do.
Thought he was giving it to me. You doing what you want to do, not what. Come on, sir. Not what you're told to do.
Oh, right.
That's everybody's struggle. Everybody's struggle is, I ain't following no man. I'm gonna do what the Lord say. And what does the Lord say? Whatever you say. Somehow, whatever the Lord says, whatever you say. Versus, Salaki, so this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, listen, man, you might have to let go of that thing. You have to sell that car or start making plans to move into a cheaper place. That's what I would do. I would, listen, sit down with me. Let's go through your budget. Let's go through this. Yeah, you got to cut this out, cut that out. Slow back on the drinking. You don't need to go out every weekend. You might need to make a change for a while. You on the other end of the phone like this. Yeah, kind of one can. All right, good. Yeah, you cancel to water, shalom. I need to go out. Shit, I'm going out right now. That's you. You don't want to do what you told at all. But there is a man, there is a woman who will tremble at the Lord's will.
Right.
Call for counsel. Get the counsel. And you run out the door like this is the Lord spoke to you that day. That's what the Lord looks at. And that's who gets talked about. That's who is like, yo, so-and-so. Yeah, I don't know what so-and-so, but so-and-so, everything I tell them to do, they do. And then they come back and they tell me some shit that I didn't even know. And they found out because I told them go do that shit. And they get more info. Versus, well, listen, sir, I told XYZ to do this. And he didn't do that. And that's what this happened. Or I told XYZ to do this. She said she was going to do it. She called me and said she was going to the place the morning. I ain't hear from her till 2 weeks later. And she telling me she in some, she moved to Luton because they kick her out of the place when the council was to do this, that, and you would get to stay. I'm just giving examples. You get the point? But there's somebody who trembles at the word of the Lord. Now, this is in addition to obeying his laws. You understand? This is in addition to obeying his laws. It's one complete package. It's one complete thing. Because never forget, you would have never known you was a filthy piece of shit if somebody didn't tell you. So don't think that now you know and you change that you now could now govern your life. Don't work like that. Don't work like that. You should always just get the counsel, move forward. Get the counsel and move forward and say what it is and do this and move. And that's it. And that's how we are in here. You come in here. So why we don't put fringes on the t-shirt? That's not UPK. There's a man and a woman who would take that ain't UPK, they're good. Then there's somebody else who need a breakdown. All right, I will give you the breakdown, but there's a difference. You understand? Keep going.
Right. The idol. Yea, they have chosen their own way, and their souls delighteth in their abominations.
Go ahead.
Come. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called, none did answer.
You understand? You're getting it now? The Lord said, I will choose their delusions and I will bring fear upon them.
Right.
Because when I called, they didn't answer.
Right.
How does the Lord call you?
Through the priests and prophets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get the point?
Yep.
Keep going.
When I spake, they did not hear.
You understand?
Yep.
So it's both, the white man is the devil, you the Jews come to class. You listen. Or even when you come in class, now the scriptures say knowledge puffeth up. Now you get a little scriptures in you. Now you know who you are. And you're not listening to the priest no longer. That's that too. You get the point? Go ahead.
Yeah.
They did not hear.
When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not.
You understand? And it's not an overnight process. It starts with you just start. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this. I don't agree. And I'm not talking about we don't agree that you should wear blue and I should wear black. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the UPK way.
Right.
What we teach. It starts with it's a little deviation. You do interior design and decorating, right? Imagine you hang in a drywall. That you'll have those up here, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you hang in a drywall, and as you tack it to the stud, it's a little bit off at the top there. You don't realize it until what? You hang the next one perfect, and you see as you go down, it's the separation. As time goes on, the little deviation that you didn't agree with some breakdown, as time goes on, we over here now. But it starts with this one little thing here.
Right.
You get the point? That's how it is. So now you ain't hearing the Lord. You ain't listening to nothing the Lord's saying, which means you ain't listening to nothing the priest telling you to do. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word.
So who is the ye that tremble at his word?
That would be
the one that listens to the priest of the Lord.
Right.
Simple.
Yeah.
So he's now saying, hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at the word of the Lord.
Right.
Go ahead.
Tremble at the word at his word. Right. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified. But he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
All right. So he's saying the one who would obey him, the one who hears his word, who tremble at his word, keep obeying his word. Because the brethren that hated you for obeying the Lord's word, they cast you out. They don't say, you gone. And they say, man, that's it. You leave that there. The Lord will appear to you. You're going to be glorified. They're going to be ashamed.
Right.
You understand? And that's that. Like that camp we had in the Bullring a couple of years ago. You'll get that a hand out. Because I know who was there with me. was glorified. And who was not there was ashamed. I understand that part. I get that. That thing, you'll have no idea. My soul is tied to y'all forever. Y'all call me and say somebody giving you problems. I'm appearing.
That's right.
I'm appearing. You get the point? It was a glorious day. It was an absolute glorious day. You get the point? I hear all these stories. The brother down there in London, Hakayan, he had he walking his dog. These Pakistanis trying to beat up this Asherite sister. They're trying to. The brother got it up. The brother got it, brother. Go ahead and grab a seat, priest. Let him handle it. The brother, you're focusing on. Come on. They try to beat up this Asherite sister. Hakayan pull up with the dog. He separate two of them like he in a court of law. He put the Pakis on one side, the sister on one side. He interviewed the sister, then walk across with the dog, interviewed the Pakis. The Pakis' voice changed every goddamn thing. She gave him the whole rundown on the thing, and the thing was solved. And she listened to the priest of the Lord. Right. She didn't know who he was, but she listened. Her husband came home and thanked him and all that type of shit. Like you listen to the priest of the Lord, brother, your life is going to change. And you're going to do miraculous things. Or you could not listen to the priest of the Lord and be an example. You get the point? You understand? Okay, finish over.
Verse 6. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice from the Lord, a voice of the Lord, that rendereth.
Grab the heater over there for him. Where's you have one? You have an extra one?
Yeah.
All right. If you have an extra one, grab it. Lame. Oh, could he sit on this side?
Yeah.
All right, Kwam, sit on this side right here. You're a big man now. It have battery on the phone?
Yeah.
It have enough? No sweat. All right, go ahead, Zap one.
A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple, a voice of the Lord that rendereth.
No, hold on, that is only 5 you wanted?
Up to 7.
5 to 7. Okay.
So like 8, up to 8.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just to.
You should take your one verse out. It's 9:06, and I still ain't getting to my topic.
Oh, so right.
Goddamn, it is what it is, brother. We have all our time. All right.
Yeah, that's it. Then I can.
You could go with a shame. You want to get the other ones after?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. 6, 7, and 8, right? All right, cool. Anything else? Any other questions from anybody? If not, come on, sis.
Oh, I just wonder if this precept proves that Adam and Eve weren't the first people on earth, or is it talking like future tense? Genesis 4, 14 to 15.
If the precept proves what?
That Adam and Eve was not the first people on earth.
Okay. Genesis 1?
4, chapter 4, verse 4. Chapter 4, verse 14 to 15.
All right, let's hear it.
Genesis chapter 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from thy face, from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Right? It's just 14 alone, or?
It's just 14 to 15. Is that like future tense talking about, or is it talking like when he moves out of the?
Okay, it's not future tense, but this is not strong enough by itself to prove that Adam and Eve was not the only people on the earth. The Christian is going to tell you that's talking about the future. And he's talking prophetically about his children, and that's in the future. What you want to prove Adam and Eve was not the only people is 1 and 26. Unless you have those already. You have those already?
I'm not sure.
1 and 26. I believe it's 1 and 26.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This could work, but not by itself, because you're gonna get that response from them. All right. Let me get 1 and 26.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image.
In fact, hold on. Let me don't complicate it. I'm come back to that. This would work if you just keep reading on. It'll tell you. From 15, you read 14, right? Keep reading 15.
15. 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Right? So those two together will prove it. Because what the Lord said, he can't be punishing somebody who ain't there. He can't be reading it out to somebody who ain't there. But they'll still say it. They'll still say that that's talking about in the future. Now, if they do say that, just read on. Verse 16.
And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. Verse 17. And Cain knew his wife.
Where she come from.
That's right.
So you just take them all the way down to that point. Where did this wife come from? Go ahead. Mike.
So, yeah, I was talking to one of my family members about it, and they were saying that basically, what was saying that one Adam and Eve had like sons and daughters basically, and the Genesis it's not in like the next day. It's over a time span. Okay. So he already had a wife. That's why.
Where he get his wife from?
I don't know, but they're saying that he already had a wife from one of Abel didn't have children, Seth's children maybe. That's what they're saying. So I didn't understand.
They're saying he had sex with his niece.
Can't.
Because you just tell them that's what goes on in Christian church.
That's right.
That doesn't go on in God's word.
That's right.
You get me? In the world of the Lord, you ain't gonna have sex with your niece. Right. And if not his niece, what are you saying? Cain had sex with his sister or something?
Or one of them.
Yeah, that nasty shit goes on in the Christian church. And say it just like that. Don't be nice with them. Because they're trying to say the Lord's lineage come from a bunch of sexual deviants. So you have to put that back on them. Go ahead.
So
there's another scripture too. Give me no, that's not. Go ahead.
So a lot of Christians will say that because God made in their mind, God made Adam and Eve like directly, like the first people on earth. So they were like subhuman sort of thing. So they didn't have the sort of mutations we would have if we had sex with our family. So that's why they accept. Like where does that come from? Do you know like obviously I know it's rubbish. Where does that come from? Like
sexual deviance. That's where it comes from. You're talking to a homosexual or a lesbian or a pedophile. That's where that comes from. Yeah, they're pure, so they didn't have mutations and stuff. So it's okay for a brother and sister to have sex. Because today, if a brother and sister have sex, they'll make a retarded child. Not retarded. What's the word? A child that's disabled, not even disabled. A child that doesn't have, that's born with physical challenges, right? But back then, it's you could freak your sister with shit. Goddamn, right? Yeah, you nasty mother, and begin to curse them out. Don't have no respect for them. Don't. Okay, sometimes with Christians, right, or even when you're young in the truth, you might think God's word has the same effect on you that it has on other people. It doesn't. It doesn't. You hearing it because you are contrite in spirit. You're ready to hear. They are not. They need to be broken. Break them. Break them. Cuss them out.
Right.
You talking like that and you're supposed to be a woman of God? Yes, heifer. Go ahead.
No, what you're saying deep because Tommy Robinson was getting on the Muslims that marry their cousins, and apparently it's costing the NHS millions. They're marrying their first cousins. The kids are coming out deformed. The NHS got to pay for correcting the bow leg and correcting the this. Dr. Pai sent me, remember?
You send me the article. Yeah, send me the article. What the hell are we talking about?
He's anti-Muslim, so anything they fuck with is against anything.
No, is that really true? That sounds like some Trump rhetoric.
No, it goes.
It's true.
They married their first cousin, and he said it's costing the NHS billions.
That is his first cousin then. That's probably his sister. That's probably his sister. Go ahead.
It is true. Slacky, I won't say, but we did similar research in uni.
That you've heard, right?
But it is without trying to make it. They didn't want to make it sound racist. But that's a big problem in that community, and their children
I think you're working with the enemy. Like, why am I hearing about this for the first time?
No.
I mean, why am I hearing? Listen, we're going speakers corner this weekend.
You can't like.
We're going down to London this weekend, and we're going on speakers corner. I call General Haas when this is done out. Y'all making, the nigga from the Goonies.
Salakia.
Hey, you guys. Assalamu alaikum. Good night. Go ahead.
Salakia are the one. I know a brother.
A few of them.
I know in Leicester. I know a guy. His first cousin. He's married. His first cousin. He asked his auntie, "Can he?" And she goes, "If you get 2 jobs, you can marry." You can marry.
And they're Muslim.
They're Muslim, yeah. And she told he married his first cousin. His auntie told him, "If you get 2 jobs, you can
Because
marry
of
her."
the Muslim shit.
Yeah.
And, okay. Now, this is what I would say. Biblically, it's not unlawful. You just don't have to do it now. There was a time we had to do it because of the family, right? Jacob and his 12 sons. To keep it in, Judah would have to take a wife from, Issachar or somebody until the tribe get big enough where in the house of Judah, they're all cousins, cousins, first, second, third, whatever, and they marry each other. That was going on there. The cousin's probably not their cousin. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The cousin could be their sister because their father effing the brother wife. You get what I'm saying? It could be or it could just be the Lord plaguing their ass. That's all I know. Because India has that they have the damn monopoly on the child being born with a tree growing out of the head, 8 arms. Like you don't see that nowhere else. And they think that's a god or something.
Right.
But you saying they're putting a strain on the NHS. Them doctors in hell. Yeah, send me that, please, Zach. I don't know why allowing Stephanie. He on vacation? He take time off, or he on allowing sick leave or something? You know what I mean? Where we at? Okay, so with that one, that's what you want. Now, Genesis 1:26, I'm gonna just get real quick for you. Have you ever heard it before or no?
God, is that Slakia? If I may, is that where like the Lord talked about how he made people first?
Yes. Right, he made mankind first. Let me get 1 and 26, and then 2, and I think 6 and 7, or 2 and 4 and 5. That's wild.
Genesis chapter 1 verse 26. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fishes of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth."
Right? So God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. The Lord, that man there is mankind, or the human race, right? Man meaning mankind, not a singular person, but the human race. Keep going, and you'll hear why.
27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
That's it. Male and female, he created them.
Right.
He created mankind. Man and woman. He created mankind. The human race was born on the 6th day, or created on the 6th day in mass.
Right.
And then he told them what? Go ahead.
And God blessed them. And God said unto them, "Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fishes of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth."
Right? So the Lord told mankind to go forward, be fruitful, and multiply. That's the human race. Man came out of the earth. It says that when you go up to 24, read 24.
And God, verse 24, and God said, let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle and creeping thing and beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God,
go ahead.
And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind.
Go ahead.
And God saw that it was good.
Go ahead.
And God said,
let us make man in our image.
You understand? That 6th day was creatures coming out of the earth. Other days it was coming from the waters and then took to the air like the birds or the fishes. This day, beasts come out of the earth, and in that day he made man from the earth. Not that compost thing that we're talking about in Genesis. We go into that. But mankind, he created them on the 6th day. Right? If on the 6th day God only created Adam, did he only create one cow and one lion? How come we could understand that he created every living creature and cattle and this and creeping thing? Is it just one of them? No, you could understand that this is many of them and they're going to multiply. And if it was many of them he created, did he just create all males? No females? Where they come from? He created mankind on the 6th day. Man and woman. He created he them. Now go to Genesis 2 and start at 1.
And on Genesis chapter 2 verse 1. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the 7th day, God ended his work.
He what?
He ended his work.
He ended his what?
Ended his work.
He ended his work. What was his work? Creation.
Right.
He stopped creating on the 6th day. That was it. The 7th day he rested from creation. So everything was already there. He didn't create nothing new after that. The end of the 6th day was it. That was it. Skip me to verse 5.
Genesis chapter 2 and 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth.
Right, the Lord didn't let it rain upon the earth at that time. A mist, like dew, would come in the morning and water all the crops. There was no rain just yet. There would be dew, like a dense fog, this thick, real dense with moisture, and that's where the plants would grow from. That's where they would get their water from. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like in the early morning, if you go out.
Worse than that, but similar.
Right.
Similar, where it's wet and the grass, there's dew. You could even see the fog sometimes. Go ahead.
Okay. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field.
Go ahead, keep reading. Let's keep reading.
Herb of the field before it grew, and for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth.
Go ahead.
And there was not a man to till the ground.
And there was not a man to till the ground.
Right.
What does that mean? Mike, please.
Is that before man was created?
You tell me.
Because if there's no man to till the earth, there's no man about.
That's where you lost the argument there, sis. That's it right there. The Christians have it. See, she don't know what the hell she talking about. You just told me the Lord rested from creation on the 6th day. So how could you now tell me there's no man?
Not sure, sir.
No problem. Anybody?
So first and foremost, what do you think about the Queen 12?
I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to that. I'm thinking it's a sleeper because I ain't really tasting it. You see, I add the real nephew to the thing, but I think after a minute, I might feel it. But and a good place till you have a bad episode. And a good place. Go ahead.
No man to the ground, meaning no man to put the place in order. Like
There's
no farmer.
Exactly. It's just like how women say, there's no man or there's no good man around.
Oh.
You get the point? I'm done with men. I'm done with all man. It's how people talk. There's not a man to till the ground. Meaning, it's like saying there's not a soul who could manage this. There's not somebody who could handle this burden. There was not a man to do it. There was people, but nobody wanted what?
The responsibility. That's
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted the responsibility. Responsibility is a thing, brother, that terrifies most people. Terrifies the hell of most people. I've seen some video. I think it was shot in the UK, and they talked about these people do the street interviews. They go out there and they interview people on different questions. And they break down the cost of raising a child from 0 to 18.
Right.
And somehow the math come up to £250,000, right?
Right. Ridiculous.
Cumulative over 18 years. They say it costs £200,000, and they break it down per year, per month, per week, and per day.
Right.
And is these young, what do they call them, the Gen Zers or the millennials? The one with the funny color hair and the big nose, the nose ring, and the ears stretch out here. I say, damn, it costs that much?
Right.
Ooh, I don't want no children. And you're talking about, I'm thinking about one. Imagine you got 2 and 3.
Right.
And they just like, oh, I don't want none. It's just don't have no children.
Right.
You don't want no responsibility. Just how you look, I can just tell. You don't want no responsibility at all. You don't want to take the blame for something. You don't want to feel the pressure of this thing or this person is depending on me. And if I don't do it, this thing fails or this person doesn't eat. And that's people for the most part. That is people. And that's why you need the police.
That's right.
That's why you need, laws, and you need to be policed, because you don't want to even take responsibility for your own self.
Right.
So okay, Mike.
Yep.
Do you know when it says do you know you say no one wants responsibility? What is that scripture talking about? Like, what didn't people want to do?
Till the ground.
What
There
do you
was
mean?
no man. To till the ground is to manage the land. Like a farm is a wilderness without a farmer. You understand? A farm is a wilderness. Think about the animals that's on a farm. Give me some.
Cow, goats,
goat,
chicken,
sheep. This kind of together. Chickens, Rida. Chickens. What else?
Horses.
Pigs. Just so you all know, pigs is not unlawful. You can have a pig as a pet. You can't eat the shit. Just like a dog. You can't eat a dog, but you have a dog as a pet. A pig is an excellent pet. You'll never have to have trash around. You just, give it to them. He disappear that shit. He disappear other things too, but you don't have that life no more, crap. You know what I mean?
Even the
you ain't had to put people on posters no more. Yeah, I mean, you get that to a pig, there's no evidence, right? You have a pig. What else you have? Donkeys.
The one bull.
You have a bull. You have the stud farm. You have the bulls and the stallions. You have the hen and them. So now, without you organizing the farm, the horses will trample the goats. The goats will eat everything. The pigs will eat the chickens. You get the point? There'll be utter chaos. There'll be cross-contamination from the feces, from the pigs, and it'll be a mess. You need somebody to separate the animals and give them their own space. And somebody who's responsible for bringing food for them and cleaning them and checking them out. You got caring for the animals, caring for the land, not just the animals. You got to have a pasture to be like, we got to move the animals this time. We got to carry all the cattle over here. They don't graze this land down. Let this land rest. Let it rest. Let the grass grow back. I might have to put some, sprinkle some compost from all the bananas and old fish and meat that lying there. I could take that, turn it over, cover it down so the heat help the organisms break shit down. And now I have rich manure, rich compost. And I'll go and I spread it on that land so it grow up more. Meanwhile, these cows and them grazing or horses in another pasture. You need a man who takes responsibility.
That's right.
Who knows these horses and this cattle and the chickens depend on him. And if he don't rise, they don't live, they die. You get the point? You need that. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? I can tell you who don't want to do it. Them white people who trying to kick every Mexican out of America.
That's right.
They don't want to get up and pick no oranges, no grapes. That's how I.S.U.P.K, down there thriving. You get the point? We do the jobs they don't want to do. And when we're gone, they won't want to do the jobs anymore.
That's right.
Still won't want to do the jobs. Go ahead.
No, what you said was key. Like even with the Windrush, the white man did not want to drive no bus. So I ain't driving that big red thing.
Right.
Benjamin come over here, drove the bus, and then all of a sudden there's a problem. You know what I mean? But again, what you're saying with the farm and so forth, it takes a man to put it in order. I think Mercer's had a tune called 2 Bulls Can't Be in One Pen.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a man to, put a bull here, a cow here,
separate
and stop, arguing and fighting and so
yeah,
forth.
you're gonna have to be the law. You're gonna have to be the ruler wherever. You're gonna have to be able to organize wherever. You want to take responsibility, and taking responsibility often means you don't have a personal life for yourself. Your life is not. You can't just pick up one day and go sightseeing. If you want to go sightseeing next Tuesday, you have to put things in place from 2 Tuesdays before, so that you have enough things there so you could take some hours off. It can't take too long. Who wants to live like that? Nobody. There was not a man to till the ground, and the earth was a mess. And the Lord had to raise Adam out of the earth. Not the literal soil, but the people that was around. The people, how they were living. You get the point? That's how the Lord had to raise Adam up. Let me explain it even more crystallized. You understand what I'm saying, Nathan? Let me explain it to you. Put back up the picture of them, the indentured laborers. You have it still, or you undeleted it?
Should be here still. Yeah, I got it. Come on.
And these people here, right?
Sure.
You see them?
Come on.
Not see them. I'm out. I got you. Right? Look, they're not even dressed right. Even till this day, they make food with their feet.
Mm-hmm.
You get the point? Now they come over by us. They start dressing different. They start cooking with running water nearby. You know how much people don't do that? They have one basin to rinse everything in, even your hands. The potatoes getting washed in there, the meat getting washed in there, their feet getting washed in there.
Awesome.
We wash with running water, which is why we have a tradition in all the Benjamin Islands, cooking by a river. You go down there, get the water, you wash everything right there, you take it away. You get the point? That was the earth before Adam. And you could find that in every society. Chinese, the Hamites, forget about the Hamites. Till today, they fufu. And you only eat with one hand. Why?
You need another hand for something else, I guess.
You want it because the other hand is to wipe their ass. Because remember, they're not us, they're not clean. You get the point? That's the whole culture of eating with only one hand. Which hand they eat with. And I think in Ghana, it's the right hand only, because the left hand is for wiping your ass. That's been their culture. So you don't want to put, even if you wash this hand, you still don't want to put it near the food. When it's like, nigga, there's toilet paper. And there's soap and hot water. But you want to be natural, right? So you only had to eat with one hand. Dummy. Go ahead.
Is that like those tribes? Those like cannibalist tribes and all those weird, those tribes basically.
Okay, I wouldn't even go that far, because that's giving the ones who is not tribes dignity. I'm talking about the nigga who in all these and Asda. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about the Hammer. I'm talking about Michael Dapper. Remember Big Shaq? I'm talking about him. When he not making video, foo-foo. I'm talking about Burna Boy. That's what I'm talking about. You get the point? That's what I'm talking about. Without Adam, that's the earth. These people, why they didn't have no shoes on?
Because they believe the cow is holy, and cows make leather, which makes shoes.
They pray to the cow, so they look like that, and they weigh that. You look at the boy. You can't zoom in anymore.
I can,
All right, zoom in some more and come down. Oh, no sweat. See if we can go back.
No,
it's right there. Is the picture here? That one. All right, just scroll down. No. Let's scroll down. Too much. Yeah, right there. All right, let's go. Is it on the screen? Everybody can see.
Everyone can see that, sir.
All right, look at the boy. You could see his collarbone, and he's what, under 20?
15,
maybe.
Teenagers.
Look on the right side of him, on the other side of the woman. There's an older man. You can see his bones too, which lets you know what this is not an age thing. They just ain't eating, because all they're eating is peas and what's it? They like to eat crush up pumpkin and peas and not the peas, like the chickpeas, the chana.
Lentils and stuff.
Go Go ahead.
Like hummus, sir.
Hummus and the peas and the pumpkin. No meat, of course.
Come on.
They ain't strong enough to fight for themselves. They're not healthy. And their feet is all rough and hard and bruised up because they don't want to make no shoes because they pray to the cow. Meanwhile, Adam knows a young boy of fighting age needs to be able to fight. Give him meat.
That's right.
Put some shoes on his feet
That's
so
right.
he can slay Goliath.
That's right.
You understand?
Come on.
Give him a horse so he can ride. We don't pray to the horse here. We ride the horse. We
That's
tame
right.
the horse. You get the point? The mice and them, they have their purpose in the field. In the house, we had to get rid of them. We had to cut some off. You gotta put some poison for some. Or you get a few cats. Let them run the mice out. You get some snakes. And snakes, you let them snakes loose. They'll take care of the mice. And you just, non-poisonous snakes like boa constrictors and anacondas and them, they'll take care of them. Maybe not the anaconda, but the boa constrictor. Adam had that wisdom. They don't. Look up, damn, I'm gonna have to do this topic another time, boy. You're always doing with this shit, man. Look up the Aguri in India. Aguri, AHGOURI. The Aguri priests in India. All right. Or maybe Rahman had to find it. You found it? Rahman, you can find it? The Aguri priests.
Come on, sir. I found I don't know if this is the right one. It just does it as a gory or a guri.
Something like that. Give me a YouTube video on it.
Come on, sir. Video. Here we go. All right, fine.
Anything else? In the meantime, let me get Revelations 1 and 13. Somebody hold that. Give me Joseph, the father of Christ.
I have this video, sir.
Go ahead.
Hindus believe in reincarnation. Each rebirth is determined by the karma that you accumulate from your previous life. But it
I'm put it back. I can't hear it. Don't play too loud and no cap. All right, go ahead.
Carnation. Hindus believe in reincarnation. Each rebirth.
Flag. Robin, you gotta be careful. We can't get flagged. I hope it ain't had no, dumb shit on there.
Okay.
All right, let's play it so far. Let me see. We'll stop it real quick. Let's play.
Is determined by the karma that you accumulate from your previous life, but it can also be affected by Hindu notions of purity. But there is a sect of Hinduism called the Agori, challenging the very fabric of Indian society.
Go back a little bit, Rabban. No, too much. I said a little bit. Just play it.
Society.
Right.
Come on. I don't know what you're doing now. Just a little. Let's go back slight.
Constant slight. It might be a slight delay, sir.
Okay, no sweat. I need the picture with him up on the screen first.
Constant.
Right? All right. So they're about to introduce here the Aguri priest, right? You all familiar with seeing this? With the makeup? East Indian? Anything looks familiar here? What's that?
With the dark con.
East Indian thing.
Since I came in the truth, I noticed that they look exactly like a Rasta man. That's just like a Rasta
That's
man.
where Rastafarianism came from, right? And we're about to see it. But you see the dot on their forehead. Anybody knows what the dot is? It's period blood. That's what it is. It's supposed to be period blood. Even though you see it on them now, that's what the red dot is, right? I'll send you a video to post. I did a class in Trinidad, and Trinidad is run by the East Indians, and I was shocked. The class was on the Aguri and Rastafarians, and through this research, I got to find out that there was this is all a myth. This is their mythological belief. This is not real, but this is what they believe. You know, they had a god Krishna, and Krishna had some wife, I forget the wife's name, and he had what they call a consort, which is like an outside woman. And he, I think the consort or the wife was on her period sometime, and Krishna couldn't go with her. He went with the consort. And there's a whole sect of them, which is a major sect in India, that honors the wife and saying she's still holy, even though the man didn't want to be, he wanted that. It's just the whole multiple wife shit. And they have this temple that they go to every year, like Mecca or like Passover damn near. And they have these statues of this woman, skin out. I mean, straight out, you know, chicken, you know. Yeah, I mean, skin out. And you know, you ever see the funny poses where they have their hands like that and their legs to the side? Yeah, it's one of those. But you think that's how they made the statue? No, the woman is open. And between her legs, there's a little hole. And from the inside, they let red paint out. In the earlier times, it was blood they collected. They're trying to say it's animal blood. I know a heathen. I know they're trying to get as close to the real thing as possible. These are people who put the child in shit, in cow shit, thinking the shit will bless them. I ain't lying. I'm not degrading nobody YouTube. This is their culture. And they would all walk up to the statue with the woman's legs open and wipe their hand like this and dot the head. And that's the red dot. The red dot is supposed to be menstrual blood from this wife of a god. Let's go. That's why Adam.
That's right.
Adam was needed, so you ain't putting a red dot on your head.
That's right.
God damn. Go ahead. Come on, Mike.
It's like you know, with Islam, with that cobblestone thing, with the vagina looking thing inside of there, they've got that. These have got something. It's all women, you know, worshiping.
Well, not just women. The Egyptians worship a phallus. Which is the male member. Well, that's the obelisk. That tall obelisk that goes up in the sky. That's a phallus. It's who else does it? The European wears the necktie, which is a phallus hanging from your neck. So it's not just women. It's they're all deviants. And that's what you have to look at. You have to look at the earth before Adam was. You hungry? Eat whatever's nearby. That's why you look at all them not nature. Them, you know, those people. You know who Anthony Bourdain is? He used to be on CNN. He died. Now he committed suicide because he was such a horrible homosexual. Was a drug addict. He used to be on CNN, and he had a program called Parts Unknown, where he'll go everywhere and try all these, you know, weird foods from different people, all in Congo, Somalia, and sometimes they're eating big ass worms out. But it's a delicacy to these people. A heathen, he hungry, what's close enough and too slow to run is good in the pot. You get the point? He went to Somalia, brother, and they took some camel meat and wrapped it up and buried it in the ground until it gets rotten. Some delicacy like that. If you think I'm lying, just look it up. Some delicacy in Ethiopia with camel meat that they bury and pull it out and he eat, and the thing sliming like cheese. And he ate it. That's a heathen. It takes a responsible person to fatten a calf.
Right. Over time.
And then not, you know, you fall in love with the animal. You don't want to put the animal to death. Because that happens too. It's like, oh, this, you know, I know this cow since the cow was meant to be eaten. And you go and you humanely put it down and you cut it off and the leather goes over here. The horns go over there. The woman go make earrings out of that. The skull goes over there for furniture. You know, the bones, you know, bury that. The tripe and stuff, you put that away, you bury it, whatever, you feed it to the pigs. And you cut the meat up and share that out and make sure this person get, that person get. That's a responsible person. Right. Anybody could go pick up a worm. You understand? Anybody could go pick up a worm, pull an alligator out of, you know, a swamp. You ain't grow it. You just pick it up and put it in your mouth. Like a child. You see a child when they just get in the legs, they walk around, everything. Everything. That's the heathen. Go ahead,
like, yeah, Gordon Ramsay did a show. Chinese eat shark fin. I don't know why, but among rich people, shark fin is like a delicacy.
Yeah,
and apparently it tastes like nothing, but it's a thing that they like.
And I think it's a certain type of shark. Not just any shark. I think it's a certain type of shark they eat. And shit, Benjamin eats shark too. A bacon shark. Yeah, I mean, goddamn. You get the point? Where was that?
Playing the video, sir.
Go ahead, Rob.
Most Hindus are obsessed with maintaining ritual purity, not eating certain foods or touching certain things that can defile you. What this obsession with purity and pollution has done is it's created what we now know as a caste, from the Brahmin who are at the very top to what we now refer to as the Dalit, or the untouchables at the very bottom. It's the untouchables who do all.
Right? The Brahmin is those lighter skin East Indians. See those light ones? That's the Brahmin. The ones who in Bollywood. The ones who in your banks. The dark skin ones is the untouchables. That's who they sent over to the Caribbean. You understand? That's who they sent over there. Not the Brahmins. Them untouchables. Who they see they shoveling shit. Slumdog Millionaire. That's the untouchable. You get the point? The part before where they talk about they hung up on ritualistic things. That's like the scripture we read. You could start to read this and become ritualistic in it and develop a whole new thing that has nothing to do with God. But you'll be able to go in the Bible and pull, yeah, it's right here. Right. But that's not the Spirit of the Lord. That's what they did. Right. Damn near. You get the point? They had certain laws, but they become so obsessed with it, like boom, 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 that this becomes something else. Keep going. Go ahead.
Okay, like them Pharisees, what you know, say you
similar
wash
to
your
that.
hands and all that.
Similar to that.
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
As
Rahman.
the Dalit, or the untouchables at the very bottom. It's the untouchables who do all the work that nobody else wants to do. They're the ones who clean the streets, pick up the garbage, deal with the sewage.
Go ahead.
Things that would defile a pious Hindu.
When body is burning, if anybody get this ashes in his body, power is coming from there.
The Igor believe that God.
He's talking to the dude in the documentary. He got skulls right there. That's not a prop. People. Right there. Keep going. And he's a fat Aguri. The Aguris don't eat. They're like they're a bag of bones. Go ahead.
Come on.
God lives within you. And if God lives within you, then nothing you do can defile you.
Play it back. If God, they believe God lives in you. That comes from the Bible, right? You cannot have, and if God lives in me, nothing I do could defile me because it's God. So they can have sex with their brother and sister. Or the uncle could have sex with the niece. Or they could have sex with a baby. Which is why I said, I don't think they're marrying the cousins. Remember I said that? I don't think they're marrying the cousins, Zach. I don't think so. Go ahead.
Come on.
From there.
The Igor believe that God lives within you. And if God lives within you, then nothing you do can defile you.
Pause.
A very...
Read it out there, whoever seen it. Read it out, Rabban. What's it say?
Come on, so it says, fulfill everyone's wishes. Hail, divine mother. Hail, Lord.
So they believe in there's a woman, some woman goddess, because they have the thing too.
Right.
And they believe in this woman goddess, Shivrati or some shit like that is the broad name. And they believe that she's a god and she is pure and she's not to be touched. She's so holy and powerful. So they take a stick, maybe about half this length, and they take their penis and roll it around the stick and twist it around and mutilate themselves so that they don't ever get an erection for a woman or the god, because of course an erection would mean you would defile the god. Does that sound like immaculate conception?
Right.
I know these things because I researched them. Go ahead.
Like being a nun and all that other stuff as well.
With the same thing, being the nun with the Catholic, and you gotta go whip themselves on. Just go next door and have sex with the nuns, man. God damn. Go ahead. Give her the mic.
How do they have children if they're gonna
Children? You let a child go around him? You see, I don't know if you can see this thing on the screen. I'm about to tell you why he can't have no children. He don't have children. This is a sect of priests, like pundits or something. They're not regular society, but the society looks up to them. Keep going, Rabban.
Oh, God.
Small movement, mostly of ascetics, prove this belief by taking part in ostentatious displays of defilement.
Stop.
They will.
He's also East Indian, so he's trying to make them sound regular, ostentatious. They take part in some nasty shit, Akim and Aquafia. That's what this is. Keep going.
Oh, God.
Cover themselves in the ashes of the dead. They will eat rotted corpses. They will drink their own urine.
Oh my goodness.
They will sleep within the cremation grounds. It's an idea that's very difficult for everyday.
Holy Emmanuel. You seeing it? Are you not seeing the Rastafarian right there? No, they would sleep in the tombs, eat the powder, eat the rotted flesh. The man in the scriptures, he was vexed with demons, would also sleep in the tombs. And he would also assault people. It's going to go on. As I'm wary to play the rest of it, Rahman. We might get flagged. I don't want to jam up the other channels. But it goes on to tell you that these people are cannibals. And they threatened the person doing the interview. Because he said, somebody, the translator told him, yeah, they are cannibals. He said, cannibals, they'll eat people. And he said, eat people. So they'll eat me. And the one in the red with the flowers in his head start to go off on him and will like come up to him like, yeah, we'll eat you and you on the menu. And that's them. That's who in Asda. That's who in Aldi. That's who driving around with the big body Benz with the dot on their forehead looking at you like you filth. I'm just helping you with your self-esteem tonight. When you are the light and they pull up and they're looking at you and they know they're driving something 3 times what you driving, just look at them and know that they're putting that baby in shit and they're putting period blood on their forehead. Go ahead. Who are they, Hannah?
No, I saw a video in Trinidad. The East Indian woman called a black woman a monkey. It's like, you're monkey. I was like, look where you come from.
Exactly.
The cheek of it.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you. Now, y'all done wreck my whole topic tonight. I'm Rob and I'm going to tell you, we got to rename this class because they're going to be like, what the hell Christ had to do with this? Everything, nigga. He's the man to till the earth. He's going to rule the earth.
That's right.
Right? So, this thing here says, the Lord said there was not a man to till the ground. He went on to take Adam out of the mess. Like that there's muck. Even put back up the picture you have up there. The dust on their face, you think is powder. That's the ash from people that burn and ground up bones. That's what they would do too. They'll take the bones and grind them up and put that on their body and eat rotten flesh. They wouldn't kill a cow and barbecue it, but they'll eat rotten flesh. They're full of demons.
That's right.
They're full. That's why the God sticking out their tongue with 8 hands and it's full of demons and you not. And the Lord needed a man to till the earth and to not do this, not have sex with children, not have sex with animals, know what to do. And he gave Adam that. Adam was already there, living like everybody else. And one day, the Lord raised him up. You get the point? The Lord spoke directly to Adam, and then Adam passed it down to everybody else. Until the Lord spoke directly to Noah, then Noah passed it down to everybody else. Then the Lord spoke directly to who? Abraham. Right. Abraham passed it to Isaac. Isaac passed it, Jacob to the 12 tribes. The Lord took it from there. That's our life. That's how we live. And who don't like it, listen, they ain't how to fight them, man. Hungry coming. That's what Commander YAHANNA said. I've been saying this for a few years now. You ask Zach, skinny coming. I'm trying to tell you. And when skinny comes, everybody will believe this.
That's right.
Everybody will tremble at the word of the Lord. Right now, everybody has options. They could go to the heathen and get what they need. But when the heathen close their doors and beating them out their neighborhoods, now they'll turn to you. And if you say, thou shalt not eat pork, Canada one can. Thou shalt not eat shrimp. Thou shalt not have sex with this. Thou shalt not covet this. Canada one can. Now it will work. So don't even worry about it, right? With that, pass the class over. Who wants Shema? To Zach 1? To Zach 1, to priest and officer to Zach 1. All right, let's start with that.
We are the Israelites, we are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a brother or a sister. Rule for a brother and a sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits. They are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, verse 8 to 10 means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny. So that here, of any increase, the Lord giveth you. Give to the Treasury Department. Priest funds, free will offerings for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation. We got the Feast of Purim on the 13th of March and on the 14th of March. And also we got the Passover on the 12th of April.
That's right.
All right. Remind Akians and Aquathians to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. All right, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. All right, Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah, Khan Yadamata, hands down, Sa, which means to turn. We're going to face the sisters. Give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim Barak. Khan, Yadamata, hands down. Dismiss, right?
So I'm sorry. Yes.